Mike Luckcroft, head coach of the Northfield Raiders, joins me this afternoon. Matt Erickson of the Albert Lee hockey team, boys hockey team, joins me for a little pregame action here.
NCC Builders has been providing high-quality residential and commercial projects in the Northfield community for over 50 years. NCC builds and renovates custom homes and commercial buildings with a singular focus to bring your vision to life. They aim to create unique and functional spaces using quality materials while maintaining attention to every detail and providing excellent customer service. Are you ready to bring your vision to life? Contact them at nccbuilders.com.
Auto House has been offering automotive repair services to Northfield and the surrounding areas since 1926. We carry the most trusted tire brands in the industry, like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Fusion. Our tires are competitively priced so that our local, loyal, and new customers, along with our fleet accounts, can be confident in their purchases. Located on Highway 3 South in Northfield, open from 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Or find us online at valleyautohouse.net.
Is your money safe, secure, and growing? Hi, I'm Stephanie from Merchants Bank, and together, let's build your savings strategy. Maybe you'd like to have a rainy day fund, save for your child's future, or create a long-term savings plan. Or maybe you're just not sure where to start. As your trusted banker, we believe in helping you find the right solution, not just any solution, to make reaching your financial goals easier. Call us or stop in at Merchants Bank. Let's build a plan to reach your dreams together.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. Do you have HSA dollars that you're looking at wondering, hey, what can I use these on? Did you know you can use HSA, HRA, and other health savings accounts to pay for your LASIK procedure? In addition, if you have a Flex account, you can set aside money in your Flex account for next year to use towards LASIK.
Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, Faribault. World-class LASIK, small-town traffic. RitchieEyeClinic.com.
An ice dam is a ridge of ice that forms at the edge of a roof and prevents melting snow from draining off the roof. The water that backs up behind the dam can leak into a home and cause damage to walls, ceilings, insulation, and other areas. This is Beth with Service Master by Hyatt. We can work with your insurance company to restore your property from damages caused by ice dams. Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master by Hyatt today, 877-945-0993.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
Get your vehicle ready for whatever Minnesota weather throws at you next. Valley Auto House is a full automotive repair shop, collision center, and AAA towing facility. We service all makes and models from full-size diesel trucks to passenger cars. Serving the people of Northfield is our number one goal. We do that by offering quick repairs, fair prices, and efficient communication from the time you walk in the door to when we hand you your keys back. Go Raiders! From all of us at Valley Auto House, located on Highway 3 South in Northfield. Open 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. And find us at valleyautohouse.net.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
Is your money safe, secure, and growing?
To the Rochester Community Center. That's where we're at this afternoon for the section semifinals of the Northfield Raiders boys hockey team taking on Albert Lee Tigers. The Northfield, of course, coming in at I do believe 24 wins on the season, just 2 losses and 2 ties. And then for Coach Matt Erickson, they are 14-11-1. They were the 4 seed, and they were won the other night to advance here to the semifinals. And so that was a hard-fought battle, if I'm not mistaken. I think it went to overtime.
Yeah, from my understanding, it was a really good game. I mean, obviously we weren't there to see it, but it must have been a really nice showcase there. Obviously, they were able to pull out the win, which is why they advanced here to the Rochester Recreation Center. So they did take it to, they might have even gone to more than one overtime. I think looking back, I think remembering it was double overtime what they got it to, and eventually obviously able to get that 1-goal win. So they will be taking on Albert Lee, and of course with the section finals, you just never know. This is the beauty of boys hockey is
it doesn't matter. I mean, it's great that Northfield's got the number 1 seed in the Big 9 Conference champs and all that fun stuff. But if they don't come to play today, well, we saw it in hockey in the girls' state.
Yeah.
If you don't come to play, there could be a problem.
Yep.
So
Obviously, this is a team that made it to the semifinals, and you got to play like you're playing a team in the semifinals. You can't play like it's a regular season game in the middle of December. You got to come out firing and ready.
Right. I mean, they did defeat Albert Lee earlier in the season, and they did that in fine fashion, 7-2. But again, you just never know when the sections. Everyone kind of steps their game up a little bit. I do know that Matt Erickson had said that they specifically practiced the other day specifically for Northfield. So they were kind of running some drills and different things like that. That would pertain to maybe what Northfield likes to do. So they're hoping they're prepared. They're hoping they're going to do well against them. And we'll see how that all pans out. For, like I said, Northfield 24-2-2 on the season. What can you say? Cam Kaiser with 105 some points. He leads he set the school record obviously with that, and he continues to score. He's got 14 hat tricks on the season. So on his career. On the career,
yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, if he did it on the season, that'd be a little crazy,
yeah.
That I believe is a school record for both career goals and hat tricks that he set during the Faribault game.
Yeah, goals 104, hat tricks 14.
I was going to say, if he had 14 hat tricks in the season, I think the Minnesota Wild might be hooking up now and checking them out. But anyhow, we digress. So what we're going to do, we're just about, we're a couple minutes away from getting things started here at the Rochester Community Center. Joey Hudson along with Lance Reister with me here this afternoon. And we're hoping for a Raider victory. That's what I can tell you for sure right now. We are going to take a short break. We'll come back and we'll introduce some of the visiting coaches, and we got some brand new sponsors for us today. So thank you to all of our sponsors this afternoon as well. And we'll get things underway here, I'm guessing, in about 15 to 20 minutes. So hang tight. We'll be back. You're listening to Raider Hockey right here on KYMN 95.1 to 1 and AM 1080 and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
Is your money safe, secure, and growing? Hi, I'm Stephanie from Merchants Bank, and together, let's build your savings strategy. Maybe you'd like to have a rainy day fund, save for your child's future, or create a long-term savings plan. Or maybe you're just not sure where to start. As your trusted banker, we believe in helping you find the right solution, not just any solution, to make reaching your financial goals easier. Call us or stop in at Merchants Bank. Let's build a plan to reach your dreams together.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. Do you have HSA dollars that you're looking at wondering, hey, what can I use these on? Did you know you can use HSA, HRA, and other health savings accounts to pay for your LASIK procedure? In addition, if you have a Flex account, you can set aside money in your Flex account for next year to use towards LASIK.
Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, Faribault. World-class LASIK, small-town traffic. RitchieEyeClinic.com.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
Burst pipe or water damage? No problem. Call the experts at Service Master by Ayat. Hi, this is Beth Ayat. Our staff is trained and certified to assist you with any water damage after a burst pipe or leaky water. Locally owned since 1995, Service Master by Ayat will be there in your time of need.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
Start your morning with the KYMN Morning Show. This is Jeff Johnson. Join me each weekday from 6 to 9 a.m. when I talk with local people making news. Rich Larson has the area's most comprehensive and up-to-date newscasts. Weather specialist Bob Matheson will have your forecast. And Tim McNiff joins us for news with a side of sports. Find out what's happening in your community by listening to 95.1 FM, AM 1080, or online at kymnradio.net. KYMN 95 The One.
Starting the home building process is challenging and it can be overwhelming at times. That's why Schmidt Homes has a plethora of 1 to 2-story floor plans to help you get started. Their vast options feature a wide range of square footage, design styles, bedroom, and bathroom count. Their dedicated team will work with you every step of the way to turn your dream home into a reality. When you're ready to start your next project, be sure to check out Schmidt Homes' beautiful and regularly updated showroom for inspiration. Don't wait to start building your dream home. Learn more at schmidthomes.com.
A health savings account from Community Resource Bank can help you save money on medical expenses when used in conjunction with a qualifying high-deductible health plan. And HSA offers the return of a savings account with the convenience of checking, all while earning a competitive interest rate. Stop by one of our locations or visit crb.bank to learn more. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hey, welcome back to the Rochester Community Center. And we're down here as the Northfield Raiders are down here as well. So we want to thank everyone for joining us here on KYMN and, of course, Northfield Live. And to all of our listeners all across the United States of America over there in Sioux Falls. We got the Kaisers over there, I do believe, and we got Mrs. Kaiser down here. And we noticed she doesn't have her lucky blankie.
Yeah, so apparently that's going to be a big factor in today's game. We'll see.
It could be a big factor. She brings it to every game, and I don't see the blankie down there. So let's just see what happens in the first period here. Nonetheless, it is the Northfield Raiders taking on Albert Lea and the Tigers from Albert Lea, and they're about an hour away from the Rochester Community Center, as like they are from Northfield here. 24-2-2, taking on a 14-11. So they are a 4 seed. They did win it the other day in double overtime, just the other day as well. And so now they come in and they are again taking on the Northfield Raiders. Raiders is crazy enough, okay, with that 2 losses. The 1 loss came just the other night, Saturday, February 17th, which is a week ago. They took on Delano. Delano was the number 8 seed in the state, and Raiders were number 6. So they went into Delano, and Delano beat them 2-1 in a very, very surprising win for Delano there as well. Otherwise, they're kind of going on again, off again. So they did lose to Owatonna over there at Steele County back on February 6th. So to lose a couple of games going down the stretch here, that's not really, it's kind of eye-opening, if you will.
I mean, obviously that Delano game, it's really nice to end the season on a game like that. You're not ending the game, you're not ending the season on playing Austin. You're ending the season on playing a team that you don't see often. They're up in the cities, around there. They're up north, and you get to see them. You get to face a team that you don't get to see often. Obviously, the Owatonna loss really stings coming into that last week. I mean, that's your rival right there. That's the team that, you got that game circled on your calendar all year. But, you got to bounce back. You got to focus now on sections. You can't hang your head on that Delano or Owatonna loss. You got to come full steam ahead into this Albert Lea game.
And, of course, excuse me, just on Thursday night, they were victorious over Faribault, but I think that was the number 8 seed there, so they were up against Faribault on that one. And crazy thing enough, but it was a 9-2 contest there. So it's a Highway 35 rivalry between Faribault and Northfield, and so they were able to. If you want to grab the Albert Lee's, and then we will. So against Faribault. It's got the crosstown rivalry, and it was a home game in Northfield, and so they were victorious, needless to say, on Thursday night. So that was excellent. And then now here on Albert Lea, of course, like I said, we did say that they beat Rochester Lourdes. They got beat by Owatonna that Thursday, the 15th, as well. And so they were coming down a stretch there where they lost 3. They had run 4, 5 in a row, 6 in a row, and then they lost 3 in a row before they came back and beat Rochester Lourdes the other night. So at least it's a victory. Yeah. So they're going to be coming in. They're not going to want to. They're going to give everything they got and leave it on the ice tonight for sure. Without a doubt, let's check in with our head coach of the Albert Lea Tigers. And, of course, our visiting coaches interview is brought to you by NCC Builders. NCC Builders has been constructing high-quality custom homes and commercial projects since 1972 with a singular focus to bring your vision to life. Let's check in with head coach Matt Erickson. Matt Erickson of the Albert Lea hockey team, boys hockey team, joins me for a little pregame action here. Coach, it's the sections. It doesn't matter what you did a month ago, a week ago, maybe even just a couple days ago when you won, but tonight's a whole new night. It's a whole new focus. You're taking on a number 1 seed Northfield. What's your thoughts?
Well, I appreciate the interview, first off. We're excited to be here. We know what we got to do to compete with Northfield, so we're looking to play our best hockey here today.
So overall, as you look at the season and just some of the highlights or whatnot, what do you like about your hockey team this year?
Well, we got a young group. I think tonight we're going to address 5-6 seniors. So I think for us, we're learning along the way. Our youth movement has come a long way this year. So, this experience here to be in Rochester Rec Center at semifinals for our youth group is good. And hopefully, our best players and seniors step up today and play and compete their butts off.
Well, we do know this in section finals, section semifinals, anything is possible. You look at the state high school tournaments, you look at what's been going on in the sections, different things like that. Anything is possible. You got to play the game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's we're hope to get a couple breaks here today, and basically compete as hard as we can. And like I said, we know what we're up against, and looking to have fun today.
Well, have you had a chance to talk to the team and address them, or just maybe give them a pep talk or anything like that?
Yeah, that'll come here in the next hour or so. We'll get together here before warm-ups, and then after warm-ups, we'll have another chat. We did some preparation for the number 1 seed yesterday at practice. So, so far, so good.
All right, Coach. Well, I appreciate your time, and good luck.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Matt Erickson, head coach of the Albert Lee boys hockey team, and we'll be right back with our other coaches interview, the hometown interview with Mike Lovecraft.
NCC Builders has been providing high-quality residential and commercial projects in the Northfield community for over 50 years. NCC builds and renovates custom homes and commercial buildings with a singular focus: to bring your vision to life. They aim to create unique and functional spaces using quality materials while maintaining attention to every detail and providing excellent customer service. Are you ready to bring your vision to life? Contact them at nccbuilders.com.
And welcome back to the Rec Center here in Rochester. Of course, Matt Erickson. You got to play the game. That's the bottom line. So we're hoping that the Northfield Raiders will come out here with their hair on fire and get things started and get things fired up. And that's what the hope is. You're going to hear from Mike Lovecraft. He's going to say everything as cliche as possible, but he even tells you it's cliche, but he goes, I'm telling you, this is the key to our game. So let's check in with Mike Lovecraft, brought to us today by Valley Auto House. Valley Auto House has been offering automotive repair services to Northfield and surrounding areas since 1926. If you're looking for an honest and trustworthy car repair services near you, give them a call at 507-663-1217. The Valley Auto House. Let's check in right now with Mike Lovecraft. Mike Lovecraft, head coach of the Northfield Raiders, joins me this afternoon as well. And Mike, it is the section semifinals, and you never know until you play the game. And the reality is you've had an outstanding season. Nobody's going to debate that at all, but Albert Lee, they want to come and win just as much as you guys do, right?
Oh, 100%. It's everybody's goal at the start of the year to advance in the section playoffs. Both teams got through round 1. Here we are, section semifinal, a little bigger stage. Here at the Rec Center. Should be an exciting game. They're a highly skilled team. They're great in goal. They play hard on the defensive side, so we'll have to be at our best for sure.
Have you had a chance to talk to your team yet and kind of give them the old pep talk yet?
Oh, yeah. We do a lot of film study. There's lots of conversation, trying to motivate our guys, get them, mentally prepared. I thought Thursday night, we played a little nervous at the start of the game, so hopefully we've got that out of our system. Nerves are good, nerves mean that, you're focused and part of it, so hopefully we can play the right way tonight and get off to a good start, and we'll take it from there.
Who you got to start goal tonight?
Max will be in goal tonight. So he's both Max and Trey have played great all year, but Max will play tonight.
All right. Well, anything particular that you want to try to defend against or try to attack this evening against Albert Lee?
Yeah, like always, every game I feel like I say the same thing. It's going to be the team that wins the small battles, that stays out of the penalty box, that takes advantage of the odd man rushes or opportunities on the power play. If we can capitalize on those types of things, we'll have a good chance. If it's on the other side, if we take dumb penalties or do dumb things, we'll give Albert Lee a great chance. So it'll be a great hockey game. I'm sure both teams will play hard, and hopefully we'll come out on top.
All right, Coach, as always, thank you for your time and good luck to the Raiders.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Head coach Mike Lecraft.
Vehicle ready for whatever Minnesota weather throws at you next. Valley Auto House is a full automotive repair shop, collision center, and AAA towing facility. We service all makes and models from full-size diesel trucks to passenger cars. Serving the people of Northfield is our #1 goal. We do that by offering quick repairs, fair prices, and efficient communication from the time you walk in the door to when we hand you your keys back. Go Raiders! From all of us at Valley Auto House, located on Highway 3 South in Northfield. Open 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. And find us at valleyautohouse.net.
Way on 95.1 The One, KYMN and AM 1080, streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
Hometown Credit Union, we are proudly celebrating our 50-year anniversary. What originally started with little more than a ledger book and a cash box, Hometown is now a not-for-profit financial institution that serves the needs of over 23,000 people. We offer all the products and services you expect, while also being personal enough to truly partner with our members through all of life's journeys. Join us at www.hometowncu.coop and see why the Hometown Credit Union can be your trusted partner for financial success.
This is Barb from Professional Dental Group of Northfield. The doctors, Becky Johnson, John Nowak, Brian Cravey, Tyler Yonke, and Mallory Peterson would like to remind you that February is Dental Health Month. New patients in the month of February will receive a free exam and necessary x-rays. The doctors and staff at Professional Dental Group would love to see your smile. You can find us on the web at pdgdentists.com or give us a call at 507-645-5264.
Don't let dry eye symptoms continue to get in the way of enjoying what your world has to offer. Although dry eye can be hard to treat and difficult to manage with over-the-counter eye drops, you're not out of options. River Valley Eye Professionals is very pleased to offer the OptiLight Intense Pulse Light Treatment, the first and only FDA-approved light-based treatment for dry eye. We're the only facility in the area with this technology and expertise to perform this amazing treatment. Find out more at rvep.com. River Valley Eye Professionals. Don't miss seeing your world.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
Northfield is a unique town with passionate people. So much passion that it can be hard to keep up. That's why, if you're into art, local politics, sports, or anything else, Northfield Public Broadcasting is here to serve you. NPB is a free public access local television station that accepts submissions on anything you care about. NPB is a place to hear community voices and to share your own voice. Check it out.
Starting at right defense, number 20, Carson Sievertson. Starting at left defense, number 4, Zayden Bruja. Starting at left wing, number 18, Derek Leahy. Starting at right wing, number 9, Connor Prissig. And starting at center, number 11, Eli Ferris. And the remainder of the Albert Lee Tigers coached by Matt Erickson. Now, the starting lineups for the home team, the Northfield Raiders. Starting in goal, number 1, Max Frank. Starting at right defense, number 7, Ty Frank. Starting at left defense, number 24, Cooper Rand. Starting at left wing, number 9, Michael Stewart. Starting at right wing, number 20, Caden Monson. And starting at center, number 13, Will Cashin. And the remainder of the Northfield Raiders, coached by Mike Luckcraft. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we kindly ask that you please rise, face the flag for the playing of our national anthem.
Whoops. That's a fight song. Give him time. He's a rookie. Yes.
Had one job to do.
Yeah,
I know.
one job to do, Nat.
Yeah, so we're going to have our national anthem here in a moment. That starting lineup was brought to you by Ritchie Eye Clinic. If you are interested in improving your vision, scheduling a free consultation at Ritchie Eye Clinic is a great first step.
Well, thank you, Alan Jackson, or whoever that was, but a nice rendition of the national anthem. And again, our starting lineups at national anthem brought to us by Ritchie Eye Clinic. So we're just about ready to fire it up here and get things moving. It's 4:59, so I'm guessing in about 30 seconds we'll be on our way here this afternoon from the Rochester Rec Center in Rochester, Minnesota. Beautiful arena. Nice looking crowd out here tonight too. We got we got seats on both sides of the arena, and looks like we got quite the crew filling in on both sides. So a combination between the Northfield Raiders and Albert Lea. We got a mix of Northfield on one side and Raider and Albert Lea on the other side, and then on the other side of the gymnasium we have more Albert Lea showing up on the other side as well. So nice crowd here this afternoon. Thank you for joining us here at 95.1 and AM 1080 KYMN, and of course on NorthfieldLive.com. We're getting ready for a section semifinal. That's what that is. And the winner, of course, advances on to the finals next week. So here we are facing off. It's a little interesting, little different lineup. They didn't start the top line here for Northfield. So their number one line is out there for Albert Lea, but for Northfield, they've got one of their second lines out on the ice right now. So with that said, Raiders will take control of that puck and opening faceoff. They'll send it all the way down into the Tiger zone. Right out in front. No, just a swing and a miss off to get things going. Camden Munson with a great opportunity. Right out in that high slot. Just couldn't get it. So now this puck will be lifted up over the air. They'll try to clear it. The Tigers do. And now they'll send that one right back in to the Tigers zone. Raiders try to hold it in, continuously do so. That's going to be Ferris who tries to fire that one up out of there, and Ty Frank will get it. And we're only 40 seconds in. We've got a stoppage of play, and we'll have a face-off in the right circle for the Tigers.
You know, I like the move of putting out that second/third line. You know, obviously a guy like Caden Munson, he could be on that first liner. He is sometimes, but, you know, you're saying our second line is going to match up against your first line, and we're going to come out and then we're going to set the tone early.
So they're doing exactly that as they face off in the circle. Raiders will control it. Comes around to the corner. Picked up by Severson. Tries to clear it. Raiders dump it right back in. Now we've got a little change up here. Now Geiger is on the ice. So we got Geiger and Riley both out there. Raiders try to hold it in, can't do it. Riley will just push it all the way in, and we'll switch out a couple of guys again. Albert Lee in their own zone, tries to clear through neutral ice. Off the stick it goes of Stay, so he can't quite control it as Colker gets in there and tries to clear the puck and hold it in. The Raiders will come on a nice breakout pass. Kaiser on the ice for the first time here. That puck's going to go all the way in behind, and a little collision there in behind the cage with Kaiser out there. 15:31 remaining. It's 0-0 on the board. We just got started this first period here from the Rochester Rec Center. Each team trying to gain some sort of momentum here and get together here. Everyone's just trying to feel each other out a little bit. We've got one shot on goal. There's a rebound out in front. There was an opportunity for Whiteman, and he just couldn't get a stick at it fast enough. So we've got one shot on goal here, and that was Camden Munson right out in the point, and he had a shot wide open, and he just took it a little bit right. So we'll come back. We'll face off with on the left side now of the goalie, Ledger Studheim.
We'll see what the Raiders can do here to get ready for this face-off and back him up a little bit for it. Getting ready to the left of the goalie. He just flies right out.
Face-off controlled. Cooper Rand fires it from the top of the circle. It goes all the way to the far side. Now to the near boards. I'm a little surprised that they got Max Frank in there. Trey Shimoda is, they both played a combination. I didn't really get an answer. I didn't really get a reason that he went with Max instead of Trey Shimoda, so it was just kind of interesting that he's got him in the net here tonight. Whiteman will chase all the way down in behind the Albert Lee net.
You know, I think that the goalie thing, it's just the numbers, they're slightly different. I think Max is just barely better. You know, I think his win-loss is just a little better. His save percentage just a little better. And he's also younger, so he's building up that in the next few years or the next year or two, or whenever however long he's here, he's going to know, hey, I've played in these section semifinal and championship games.
Raiders try to push it through the zone, and that'll be Stewart going down, and he is tripped into the goalie. He goes, net comes off. We'll have a stoppage of play there. So I thought maybe there might be a tripping call, but there's no penalty on the play, and we've got 14:08 remaining here in the first period. Face off to the left of the Studheim. Ledger Studheim, goalie in the net for Albert Lee here this afternoon. So the Raiders just got a couple of goals, a couple shots on goals, I should say. But for the most part, controlling the face-offs. There's a nice place by Cashin as he comes around with a little backhand up there and a scramble at the front of the net. Still trying to jam it in there as Munson. And they'll finally call that stoppage of play as well. So we've only got 2:58 gone by here in the first period. We're already on stoppage, I believe, number 5 already. So on again, off again. Here we go, boys and girls. It's still tied up 0-0. Like I said, the Raiders with the 3 shots on goal. Albert Lee is yet to basically get it into the Raiders zone. The puck will come out on top. Held in by Northfield. Munson loses it into the neutral zone. Then it's picked up by Bridger Riley. He sends that over to young Ben Geiger. Geiger looks for Stewart. Now from the right circle, and that's broken up and deflected by Mendez down there in the corner, fighting for it. Raiders try to come away with it now to the top. Ben Geiger at the top. He'll skate up and around and then loses control of the puck, and it's going to be pushed up. Colker tries to get it out in front, and it is, of course, Bridger Riley lays out his body out in front of him to keep that puck. Got a little bit back in behind him. Now they'll turn around the other way, and they'll go Munson Riley. Munson will hold it up, go down that right circle, tries to center it out through the middle. Now it's going to be Jake Geiger. He'll go down in the corner as well, and they'll try to pick something up in behind the net. Cashin racing for it in the corner. A lot of hard hitting going out here today for sure.
We need the logo that says this was brought to us by
down the right-hand side. He's got it beat. Backhouse rebound out front. No good. Broken up. Studheim with the save. Now it's the other way for the Tigers. And then now the Raiders send it right back through neutral ice. Boom. Tries to put it all Ferris with a shot. Tries to get it into the zone. Now they're going to rush down there. Putting a little forecheck down there. And that's a turnover for the Raiders, but they're able to recover. Now they'll dump this one right back in. And it'll go all the way back around to the far boards again as the Raiders skating from left to right on your radio dial. Albert Lee in their blue and royal blue striped uniforms. There's a slight deflection right there that just about backfired, but they'll clear that one up and out of there, and all the way down. We'll probably have an icing call, and yes, we do. Now it'll be in the defensive zone. It'll be in the Raiders right circle here this afternoon. 12:19 remaining. First period from the Rochester Rec Center. It's 0-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. Okay, they'll face off in the left circle here. And here they go. Finally, the ref's playing games with me. All right, so this one's going to come all the way up. Canelli will try to put that one between his legs and send it through, but it's dumped right back in by Albert Lee. Now it's picked up by Frank. He'll push that one forward into the Tiger zone, and they'll try to clear the zone as well. It should be a waved icing. He did have well, they're not going to. I thought he got a stick on it there for Albert Lee, but they're going to call it a 3-line pass, so we'll take it all the way back into the right of Stadheim with just 12 minutes remaining here in the first period. 5 minutes gone by here, and we're all tied up 0-0, and Northfield has put 4 shots on goal. A couple of quality shots at that, at best, so it's just a matter of whether they can get one to go through. Now from the top of the blue line, nice defensive play there by Olsen for Albert Lee. Laid down to cover that shot. Rand's going to fire it in and off the stick of Stewart. Now it's picked up by Cashin, and they're going to call an offsides. And guess what? We'll have a stoppage of play and a face-off at the neutral ice on the near circle. 11:48 remaining here. First period. 0-0 still. And we'll face off, like I said, against the neutral ice right here. Picked up by Munson on the face-off. He'll get it. He'll dump it behind him to the top. Now to the near side is Riley. Riley will take a shot towards the goal. Goes into Stadheim's glove. Comes back out. He covers it back up. And they'll face off again in the left circle here. The right circle, excuse me. And the left of Stadheim. 11:37 remaining. Okay, we are about to face off here just to the left, and we will win again is Northfield, so they're winning all the face-offs as well, but they just can't try to put one in the net. There's Munson. He's firing ones hard across and then off the blocker at Stadheim. Albert Lee trying to clear. Finally do. That's going to be icing, and we got a stoppage of play and a face-off in the defensive end for Albert Lee. So the teams will cycle down, and the Raiders will take a couple guys, and they'll swap out a couple linemen here, and they'll go down here to the far circle to face themselves off. And it does look like Jake Geiger is going to be facing off there in that circle. He finally does. Sure enough, they won it again. Breaking for the net was Riley. Nice play from the top of the circle. They had a nice give and go going on there, and he just couldn't get his stick on it. It was just a little too long. Now the puck, a little dump shot here. Geiger, they're going to come railing in. Shot, deflection all the way to the far boards. Saved by Stadheim. Now across through neutralized. Comes Albert Lee. Tries to give a leading pass there. Goes a little bit too far. Centering pass comes right through the crease. And it will be picked up again by Cam Kaiser. Kaiser down the right side looking for Geiger. It looked like there was an offside. There's a ball down front. And that one could over. Oh, what a save. Wow, a great opportunity right out in front of the crease there. They just couldn't get a stick on it. So the Tigers come away with a lucky one. They got that bounce on that one. This one's going to go all the way in, and they're going to do a quick line change for Albert Lee as they go crashing into the boards with Boardman crashing into the boards. 9 shots on goal for the Northfield. 10-22. Turnaround outside backhand. Oh, just broken up there by Frank at the end of that play right there. There was a turnover by Northfield that right out in front of the crease. Almost cost them right there. Tigers looking for something. Kaiser intercepts that one, sends it to the other side of the ice, and down they go here through neutral ice. Looking for a pass across the middle, and they dump it all the way back in across the boards. It bounces way up to the near circle. Tigers clear the zone. 9:55 remaining. 0-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard, and we have yet another stoppage of play and an icing call, so we'll bring this one all the way back down to the left of Stadheim.
Yeah, a lot of stoppages of plays here, obviously. I mean, Raiders, they're taking pretty much control of this game on the shots on goal counter at least, and 9-1 is very good so far in this early game.
Benjamin to face off in the circle. And they lost that one. That's probably the first face-off they've lost here this afternoon thus far. Picked up by Frank. Frank will skate it up through neutral ice. He'll push it all the way back down in the corner, and it's going to be picked up by Mendez in behind the net there. And he bangs one off the shin of the referee there. I'm sure he didn't like that. Doesn't feel good. And it'll be in the Northfield zone, goes down in behind the net as Frank picks it up again. He'll try to skate his way out of there, being defended extremely hard by Colker. Colker just flattened him against the against some boards, and he dropped his stick as well. So he jumps off the ice. So we got a loose stick sitting out there. So we'll see if anyone runs into that. But they'll send it across, and there's an interception through neutral ice there. Something happened, and Munson took a shot and knocked him to the ground, and now they'll bring this one all the way out as they're trying to clear that stick from the ice, and the Raiders kind of went into a line change. They got caught with their pants down, frankly. And Whiteman gets picked up and sent to the ice. Now it's Frank in behind the net for Northfield. So the Tigers putting a little bit of pressure, but it's not been necessarily the Tigers' offensive prowess. It's been the lack of concentration by the Northfield Raiders. Now in behind the net, Mendez. He'll fire that one up and out, up against the ref. Now they try to clear it. A breakout pass is no good. It gets broken up by Lady. Now the Raiders will come away with it. Stewart in their own zone. Forces it up. Geiger, they're holding the stick. Boy, there's all kinds of fun stuff going here. We get a delayed call right here. Nope, they're going to wave that off. There's no offsides on there. Now the Raiders will skate all the way back into their zone as the puck just floats back down there. Tries to breakout pass with Cashin. It'll go all the way through and past the baseline. So guess what? We'll bring it on back to the Northfield end of the ice with 8 minutes remaining, and we'll face off just to the right of young Max Frank. So with 8 minutes remaining here in the first period, we've got still no goals. And the puck is controlled by Northfield. Picked up by Geiger. Geiger will set it into the near side to Riley. He loses the puck again. Like I said, it's been turnover central here for Northfield. Oh, and he just fires one and hits his own player. Logan Olson just got smacked right in the top of the helmet there.
Yeah, a little just a random play right there. Not much you could really do about it. He just tries to smack it down the boards. And
Street to south at OMC. Your vehicle will be gone in the next 5 minutes.
Okay.
See some people running out on that.
Face-off controlled by Albert Lee, and they fire from the red line, and it goes off the goalie's hand. But they're going to, I think it jumped up a little bit above the glass, so I think it went into the netting, so they're going to have a face-off here to the right of Max Frank. 7:40 remaining here, first period. It is Northfield and Albert Lee, and they're all tied up 0-0. Colker, Geiger getting after it. They're probably going to boot Geiger here in a second. Nope, they didn't. He's held in there, and they won the face-off again. So Geiger doing a nice job at that face-off circle. Geiger trying to control the puck at the blue line, but it's picked up and fired in by Scott for Albert Lee. But before the Raiders try to clear it, they're looking to clear it. It's Geiger. Geiger through neutral. Boom. Fire right back in by Albert Lee into that back corner. There's a shot on goal, and just right off the glove side, saved by Max Frank. It just kind of ricocheted off, and luckily didn't beat him on the left side. Now the puck comes clean, goes all the way through. It's going to go all the way down, and they clear that one, so there's no icing call on that one. The puck gets fired all the way across, and Rand will pick it up in neutral ice. Now Frank across the red line, and down on the ground he goes, falls down. And then they'll fire one across. Nice little breakout pass there, and it's Ferris down the right side. Nice defensive play by Rand over there in the corner. And now it's picked up there by Lady. Lady fires it across, and that one comes all the way to the near side before Kaiser picks it up. Kaiser fires it one in, and he gets taken off his feet for a second. He'll head to the bench as well, and they'll do a quick little line change there. Across the ice pass all the way across. So it was a Lady trying to connect with Ferris over there. Ferris flipped it up and into the bench, so we'll have a stoppage of play and a face-off at neutral ice.
And we'll see how the Raiders can do in this face-off. They've done really great job so far in this game, being able to corral all those. But obviously, you never know. It's still very early in this game. As we'll see also if Albert Lee is able to challenge Max Frank a little bit.
Riley in the corner, being handled. Colker Little centering pass there. That one's right out in front. Fires by Ferris. Goes high off the glass and comes on out. Geiger tries to clear it. And then it is, of course, picked up here by Benjamin. Benjamin tries to push it forward to Whiteman. Whiteman skates across. Drop pass to Canale. Backhand towards the net. Easily defended there by Persick. And it is a fire and a shot out front and a save by Stadheim, and it bounces way out in front, and the Raiders couldn't get a decent rebound off of that one. Now the puck from the far end, deep end of Albert Lee as they continue to fight for it. Here's a pass across the middle, and that one is deflected. It's sent back into the corner as Stewart had an opportunity to make a break there as well. So now picked up there by Mendez now is picked up again by the Northfield Raiders. He gets tripped over by Stadheim. Stadheim, of course, going to the ice to try and make a save and tripped him right over the top as he come flying through the crease. Cashin with it down in behind the net. Stewart right out in front, looking for a rebound, and that one goes back in behind the net, and I do believe the net may have come off or vibrated a little bit there. So I think we're going to have another stoppage of play here, and they're going to put the net back on with 5:08 to play here in the first period.
Yeah, some really nice sequence of plays there by the Northfield Raiders. Obviously, you don't get a goal out of it, but a lot of high-effort plays, able to steal that puck away from Albert Lee, and that's just what's going to be a recipe for success. Eventually, one of those shots is going to find the back of the net, and, the Raiders keep playing like they are right now. It's going to be a fun day.
All right, face-off. Maybe to the right of Stadheim. The ref trying to get her locked down, and they got her on the post, so they will get ready to face off here to the right in that far circle. So far, so good. Frank again winning with the face-off there. And now that puck will go all the way in behind the net. Cashin looking for something, looking for the wraparound, looking for the shot out front. That one comes clear, and that one's broken up there by Severson. Sent to the near side. Picked up Stewart. Trips, falls, down on the ice he goes. And we will have a stoppage of play, and we'll have our first penalty of the afternoon. And I do believe that might be Persick. Is that Persick? No, it's not. It's number 20, Severson, coming to the bench for tripping right at the 12:10 mark.
So we'll see if the Raiders are able to capitalize off this power play. Obviously, they've been hammering the Albert Lee defense so far. Albert Lee hasn't broken yet, but now Raiders up by 1, and the numbers-wise out on the ice, we'll see if they can put a goal in.
41% power play percentage for this Northfield Raider team. Unbelievable ratio. I mean, that's ridiculous for a high school. I don't care who you are. That's just ridiculous. 41.2%. So they'll face off. There's a shot towards the goal. Nope. Now they bring it to Frank. Point out in front. Rebound. No good. Stadheim puts a glove on. Pushing and shoving going on down there. Got a couple guys getting after it right there. Who we got down there? Is that is that Geiger?
Geiger, yeah.
Geiger, but they got him double teamed. They had Bruja pounding on him down there, and then they had, I think it was, it might have been Lady. So it was double teamed out in front of the crease there. The Geiger was getting after.
Yeah, it's no secret. This is a team that plays with intensity. They're going to go out, they're going to shove you around, and we'll see how the Albert Lee Tigers are able to adapt to that in this game.
All right, from the top of the circle now, down the far left-hand circle, down underneath. Centering pass out front to Geiger, no good. Broke up by Albert Lee, tries to clear the zone. Frank holds it in, sends it to the left. Now they'll skate it up and in. Here's a shot from the right-hand side, and that's a rebound out front, broken up by Albert Lee. And Albert Lee will send that one in through neutral ice as the Raiders on the power play with 1:14 to go here in the power play and 3:58 to go in the first period. Frank down to Kaiser from the right circle. He holds back, pulls back, hits brakes, sends it back up to the top with Frank. Frank will send it all the way over to Munson. Munson back to Kaiser. Kaiser with a shot. There's a deflected ball and puck and up almost up into the netting, but nice save again by Stadheim there to keep that one out. Kaiser with a nice looking shot right there. He was trying to, it looked like he was trying to go up above the right hand corner a little bit, but got it into the Stadheim area that he got a stick on it. So now the Raiders continue with the power play, and now from the right side, Kaiser looking for the shot, and then it's another blocker pad save there by Stadheim. He was going for that left-hand corner up there that he likes to do. He likes to drag them over to the corner and then fire to the left-hand side. Kaiser taking off the puck. We've got 18 seconds remaining in the power play. Ty Frank at the top of the circle. He'll send it over to the far side. Munson Skates it down in beneath the red line. Centering pass out front. Misses on an opportunity out in front there. Cashin was out in front of the crease. Now he'll send that one into Kaiser. Kaiser with the rebound, and now out in front. Raiders back to full strength. They did not score, so they will continue on 5-on-5 with 2:40 to play here. And now we've got a stoppage of play. And I'm not exactly, I don't
know what this one is. I think it might be a little...
Looks like the net came off.
Wow, I don't know what's going on with his net. But,
that was weird.
Yeah, I don't think I think everyone was a little surprised by that. But obviously, Albert Lee, they've been watching a lot of film on the Raiders. They know exactly what the Raiders' strengths are. And you can tell they know what Cam Kaiser's strengths are. They know what he likes to do, a little drag over and put it behind you. But they're doing a great job, especially Stadheim, neutralizing that.
Stadheim has stopped 14 goals here in the first period, and then he's had some really good saves as well. And some things. It looks like he's seeing the puck pretty good here this afternoon, because the Raiders have had some really nice opportunities with 14 shots on goal. So hopefully we got our net back on here, and we'll face off to the right of Stadheim. Stadheim almost not paying attention off that face-off there, but he'll swat it to the right there. Back in the corner it goes. Raiders try to recover that one as Whiteman down underneath, centering pass. Whiteman with a shot, and that one's off the glass, and that one comes all the way to the top of the circle. Riley will send it down in behind as Kennelly tries to control the puck in behind before the Tigers take control of it, but Raiders hold that one in. Tigers try to get an exiting pass there. Now it's a little 2-on-2. There's a shot towards the goal. Riley's going to defend that one and flip it up into the glass. Riley down in the corner. Now it's picked up by Northfield as they tried to clear it from the point right there. Albert Lee fighting hard here, trying to get something going, some sort of a momentum. Kolker, he's going to fire that one all across the glass, and it's going to be Geiger on the far side. Ben Geiger, defensive. He'll pick it up and bring it to Riley. Riley fires across the middle and misses. Kennelly making the break, but now it's picked up again by Northfield, and Benjamin, looking for that centering pass across the middle, and that one gets past him. And now Albert Lee going the other direction. They'll do a line change. Stay punches it all the way down. Lady fighting for it down in the corner. Picked up by Albert Lee. We've got 1:19 to go. Picked up by Stewart. Stewart off the backboard into the Albert Lee's zone. Munson pass across the middle. He loses control of that. Albert Lee will turn around. Nice poke check there by Boardman. Now Cashman will pick it up, but he's tripped and fell to the ground. So now it's a 3-on-3 coming back the other way with just under a minute to play here in the first period. We're still tied up at 0-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. Raiders try to fight for it down in the corner. Now they'll send it to the far side. Stewart will come away with it, tries to push it up to Munson, and Albert Lee will fire it right back in before the Raiders pick it up in their own zone. Now they try to do an exit pass there. Cashin can't get a stick on that one. Stewart from the red line fires it in, and they'll take another line change here with 33 seconds to play here in the first period. There's a hard smash up there. Cashin taking number 8 into the boards. Mendez. Now it's picked up by Frank. Frank, 22 seconds to go in the Raiders zone. Skates it up across the blue line. Now into the Albert Lee zone. He's going to go across the left. Pass up to Munson. Munson gets poke checked there for a second. Now they'll turn around the other direction. Coming back for Albert Lee as they try to come up from that high slot. There's a shot towards the goal. Broken up. 4 seconds to go. And luckily, Munson trying to race for it there as it comes into the Albert Lee zone. And they'll skate it away, and they'll skate the time off the clock, and that will end our first period with a score of 0-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. We'll take a break, and we'll come back. You're listening to Raider Hockey on 95.1 The One, AM 1080, KYMN, and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
Is your money safe, secure, and growing? Hi, I'm Stephanie from Merchants Bank, and together, let's build your savings strategy. Maybe you'd like to have a rainy day fund, save for your child's future, or create a long-term savings plan. Or maybe you're just not sure where to start. As your trusted banker, we believe in helping you find the right solution, not just any solution, to make reaching your financial goals easier. Call us or stop in at Merchants Bank. Let's build a plan to reach your dreams together.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie, Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. Do you have HSA dollars that you're looking at wondering, hey, what can I use these on? Did you know you can use HSA, HRA, and other health savings accounts to pay for your LASIK procedure? In addition, if you have a Flex account, you can set aside money in your Flex account for next year to use towards LASIK.
Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, Faribault. World-class LASIK, small-town traffic. RitchieEyeClinic.com.
Heritage Dental Care in Northfield is a general dental clinic specializing in a variety of dental procedures and services. New patients and emergencies are welcomed 5 days a week. Heritage Dental Care is a proud supporter of Northfield Athletics and wish all of our athletes the best of luck this season. Make an appointment today with Dr. David Bress, Dr. David Buck, or Dr. Michael Thompson. Go Raiders!
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
Burst pipe or water damage? No problem. Call the experts at Service Master by Ayat. Hi, this is Beth Ayat. Our staff is trained and certified to assist you with any water damage after a burst pipe or leaky water. Locally owned since 1995, Service Master by Ayat will be there in your time of need.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
This ball is crushed.
All Major League Baseball spring training camps are in full swing, and that means Northfield Youth Baseball registration is open. Enjoy watching your kids on a baseball field this summer. For those interested in in-house baseball leagues, register them now at NorthfieldYouthBaseball.com. Yes, we know there is still snow on the ground, but for kids who are in grades kindergarten to 3rd grade who'd like to participate in in-house, or 4th to 7th graders interested in Community Rec League, you must register before March 15th to get your child's name on the rosters for a jersey and hat. Visit NorthfieldYouthBaseball.com for more registration information.
Valley Auto House has been offering automotive repair services to Northfield and the surrounding areas since 1926. We carry the most trusted tire brands in the industry, like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Fusion. Our tires are competitively priced so that our local, loyal, and new customers, along with our fleet accounts, can be confident in their purchases. Located on Highway 3 South in Northfield, open from 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Or find us online at valleyautohouse.net.
We know that there is more to a home than the building. There is care and detail in every last nook and cranny of what you call home. That's why Schmidt Homes is the only call you'll ever have to make. Their in-house designer will work with you to get everything the way you want it. Their highly skilled craftsmen and quality materials will ensure the best possible value for your home. When you're ready to start building your home, be sure to check out Schmidt Homes' beautiful and regularly updated showroom for inspiration. Get started building your dream home. Learn more at schmidthomes.com.
At Hometown Credit Union, we are proudly celebrating our 50-year anniversary. What originally started with little more than a ledger book and a cash box, Hometown is now a not-for-profit financial institution that serves the needs of over 23,000 people. We offer all the products and services you expect, while also being personal enough to truly partner with our members through all of life's journeys. Join us at www.hometowncu.coop and see why the Hometown Credit Union can be your trusted partner for financial success.
You bet. Hey, welcome back to the Rochester Community Center, Rec Center, that is, Recreation Center here in Rochester, Minnesota. After 1, the score is Northfield 0, Albert Lee 0. So, from a moral standpoint, 14 shots on goal for Northfield, 1 for Albert Lee. So, you know, you want to win, that's a good win. That's an excellent win for Albert Lee, and not so much for Northfield. But I got to tell you, it's if they don't have Stadheim in the net for Albert Lee, it could be 5-0 already. And it was just an outstanding. He's standing on his head. Stadheim is with name with when you got a name like Ledger, you know, you got to be good, right?
Yeah, you got to make up for that somehow. And he has been a brick wall out there for the Albert Lee Tigers. He has not let in anything the Raiders have done or tried to do all game allow. He did not allow that to happen, and Raiders have a very potent offense, and it has been pretty much neutralized. Although the 14 shots on goal, it is telling to Albert Lee's 1, as Raiders defense has been flying around and really swarming the Albert Lee Tigers.
So Albert Lee, when they do get in the Northfield offensive end, or the defensive end for the Northfield rather, they've had a couple opportunities, haven't been able to put any shots on goal, but the Northfield Raiders have had some issues with turnovers in their own zone. They've been lucky. Albert Lee hasn't really been able to get the puck on a stick when they do those turnovers and try to apply a shot towards goal. They almost fired one. The one shot that they did fire almost went in. It was just deflected at the end of Max Frank's glove hand, and he just deflected it enough, and it just sidestepped the net there a little bit. The 12-10 was a tripping call against Carson Severson for Albert Lee, and with the Northfield's power play, you're thinking to yourself, okay, a 40% power play percentage, this is a good chance this one's going in. And surprisingly enough, not only did they not score, but they went back to 5-on-5, and again, Stadheim, just incredible. 3 or 4 shots were literally just set up very lovely. I mean, the power play that Northfield was running, they were kind of passing to the lanes and then looking for the lanes and getting shots out in front. Stadheim, just an iron-clasped goalie this afternoon.
Yeah, fantastic job by Stadheim. And, I mean, the Albert Lee defense, they have been deflecting a lot of Northfield's shots. They're making it so the shots that Northfield is able to take, they're not the best ones. And, the little weak, little dribblers coming towards the net, Stadheim obviously jumping on those. And even when Northfield's able to get a good shot off, there's always a defender right in their face.
So we've got the matinee game here this afternoon from the Rec Center in Rochester. So we're glad you could make it here this afternoon. We've got a pretty decent crowd here. And I know there's a game coming up later this afternoon after we're done here. And so we'll have to see who wins on that one. And then I believe that will be determined who plays who.
That will determine who we will play. It's either going to be Dodge County or La Croissant Hookah. So we'll see who we end up playing there.
What seeds are those guys?
That is 3 and 2. So
okay. All right, so it's the winner of that contest will take on the Northfield Raiders for the section championship, and that will be on, I believe, is that on Wednesday?
That is on Wednesday.
Okay, so Wednesday night we'll have to see, but we got to get past this game first, and it's still tied up 0-0, and that's about it. So very tough situation here. Like I said, if you're looking for just victories for Albert Lee, you could say that was one, as they shut out Northfield in the first period with 14 shots on goal. So with that said, it's time to maybe take a little bit of a break here. Not a lot of excitement for us here in the first period thus far. I mean, it's been an exciting hockey game. They've been going up and down the ice pretty quickly, but it's nothing has gotten past the goalies or gone into the net. So with that said, we will, of course, take another break, and we'll come back, and hopefully we'll get going here with the second period from Rochester. From your Heritage Bank scoreboard, it's all tied up after 1, 0-0. You're listening to Raider Hockey on 95.1 The One, AM 1080, KYMN, and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
Borrowing money is a big deal, and Community Resource Bank is ready to help. When you're buying a car, purchasing a home, or fixing up your existing home, Community Resource Bank has answers for all your loan and mortgage questions. As an integral part of Northfield, Cannon Falls, and Roseville communities, Community Resource Bank offers online solutions for business, residential, investment, and other lending accounts. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Northfield Insurance offers more than just home and auto. They offer business insurance, health insurance, life insurance, and bonds as well. They have a combined 147 years of experience across 6 employees to make sure that you are getting the best possible insurance for your exact needs. Not only will they protect what's yours, they'll make sure that you're cared for like family. Find out how you can get the right insurance for you at nfldins.com or by calling 507-645-8861. Northfield Insurance Agency. They've got you covered.
This is Barb from Professional Dental Group of Northfield. The doctors, Becky Johnson, John Nowak, Brian Cravey, Tyler Yonke, and Mallory Peterson would like to remind you that February is Dental Health Month. New patients in the month of February will receive a free exam and necessary x-rays. The doctors and staff at Professional Dental Group would love to see your smile. You can find us on the web at pdgdentists.com or give us a call at 507-645-5264.
Getting glasses that fit right and look good doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg. At River Valley Eye Professionals, we work with you to provide you with great-looking frames and the best corrective lens options available within a cost range you're comfortable with. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will make sure your glasses fulfill your unique needs every time. We don't just sell glasses, we shape them to you and your lifestyle. Find out how we can help you see more clearly at rvep.com. River Valley Eye Professionals. Don't miss seeing your world.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
As the year comes to a close, we begin to reflect on all we've done throughout the year, and we're looking forward to all this new year has to bring. At Northfield Retirement Community, we are proud of the work we've done supporting our residents, staff, family, and friends throughout the year. We'd like to wish everyone a very happy and prosperous new year. Northfield Retirement Community. Innovation, choice, tradition.
Northfield is a unique town with passionate people. So much passion that it can be hard to keep up. That's why, if you're into art, local politics, sports, or anything else, Northfield Public Broadcasting is here to serve you. NPB is a free public access local television station that accepts submissions on anything you care about. NPB is a place to hear community voices and to share your own voice. Check it out.
Thinking of buying or selling your home? Don't go at it alone. Did you know there are nearly over 200 steps to the real estate process? 200 things to consider, be aware of, 200 things that could impede your ability to buy or sell or compromise the actual closing day. Alas, have no fear. You can contact one of our local and relentless agents at Century 21 Atwood and Professional Pride Group anytime to answer all of your real estate questions. Century 21 Atwood and Professional Pride Group. We're unstoppable together.
Champion Sports has the best selection of merch for kids and adults alike, with Carlton, St. Olaf, and Raider hats, hoodies, and letter jackets. Champion Sports has it all. Champion Sports even offers custom printing for sports teams and businesses. Champion Sports has a good selection of sporting goods for hockey, baseball, swimming, lacrosse, and pickleball. Champion Sports has great shoe brands like Brooks and Adidas to give you that competitive edge. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram to know when the latest gear is in stock. Gear up like a champion at Champion Sports.
NCC Builders has been providing high-quality residential and commercial projects in the Northfield community for over 50 years. NCC builds and renovates custom homes and commercial buildings with a singular focus: to bring your vision to life. They aim to create unique and functional spaces using quality materials while maintaining attention to every detail and providing excellent customer service. Are you ready to bring your vision to life? Contact them at nccbuilders.com.
Auto House has been offering automotive repair services to Northfield and the surrounding areas since 1926. We carry the most trusted tire brands in the industry, like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Fusion. Our tires are competitively priced so that our local, loyal, and new customers, along with our fleet accounts, can be confident in their purchases. Located on Highway 3 South in Northfield, open from 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Or find us online at valleyautohouse.net.
And welcome back to the Rochester Rec Center. We were just commenting on the way that Mike Letcraft is kind of changing up his lines here a little bit in that first period. We haven't seen a lot of Andrew Winter or Ashton Pumper. Usually we see a lot of those guys out. Barrett Bradley, I haven't seen much of them as well. So they are definitely doing some a little bit differences, trying to keep that number one, number two, that 1-2 punch, getting after it. But we are all tied up 0-0 here at the Rochester Rec Center. Raiders putting 14 shots on net, but Stodheim has just literally been standing on his head and stopping everything that comes by him. So we're just about ready to tee off here, and I'm not exactly sure. The referees have a delay coming here as they wait to get the doors shut on the where the Zamboni went out the door. So we're face off here with the Raiders in their white and maroon breezers. And they will be going from right to left, and they control the face-off yet again. They dump it all the way in. They wave that. Could have been an icing, especially the way they were calling it in the first period. That's going to get picked up there by Stay. Stay is going to try to force it in down that left side. Got a breakaway. Frank with a save. So Albert Lee with the first opportunity of the afternoon to maybe put a real shot on goal. He was breaking there, was cashing going down the right side. He's going to get down there underneath the end line there. Picked up by Munson. Munson centering pass out in front, broken up by Bruja. Bruja will send it back to the other direction, and Severson will try to pick it up as they try to push that one forward. Down in the high pursuit is Stay going down in the right-hand corner, chasing after Geiger back there. He'll dump it back, and it'll turn right back around, and Frank will take it and zoom in behind the net yet again. 16:02 remaining here, second period. We're just underway. 0-0 is the score. Northfield tries to clear it out of the neutral zone, and now Albert Lee will send it down, and it will go across the end line. That should be an icing call. They waive that call. Raiders pick it up in their own zone. Now it's picked up by Munson across the red line and down the left side. Centering pass across the middle. Oh, and Geiger. I'm not sure if he was looking for another pass for somebody coming up in behind him, but he had a shot. He probably could have taken it, but I think he was looking to pass first. So now in behind the end line as it continues to stay in Albert Lee's zone. They try to clear the zone. Winner, there he is. I was just talking about I haven't seen Adam much here this afternoon, and there he is right there. And he gets taken down to the ice a little bit. And now Albert Lee will try to clear that one, and they send that one all the way back in behind the net. And that time they do call icing. So at least we made it about a minute and 46 seconds before we had a stoppage of play here this afternoon. And we'll face off down in the Albert Lee end just to the right of Stadheim.
Yeah, obviously the refs they let one or two go at the beginning of the period. We'll see if they let a few more of them go here in the second and third period, as there were pretty much anyone close to an icing in the first was called, but Raiders corral that here.
Boardman will take control of the puck at the top of the circle. Fires across the middle. There's a breakout pass opportunity out there with Whiteman in the crease, but that one's broken up. It's picked up by Northfield. Benjamin to the circle to the near side. He's taken off the puck there by Anfinson, and it will be down underneath again. And then will come away with it. It's going to be Mendez. Mendez tries to clear the zone, can't do it. Nelson tries to charge over the top of it. Canelli trying to make something happen down there as they both kind of continue to dig. Runs of the game, dig dug. But they're down there in the corner down there, still trying to fight for it. Both of the teams trying to hold it up against the board, and it finally comes loose, and Albert Lee kind of clears the zone for a second, but Boardman will fire it all the way back in to the other side, and Mendez tries to clear it. Held back in by Northfield. In behind the net it goes. Now to the near boards. Up to the blue line it comes. Drop pass there. Picked up by Albert Lee. They'll fire it all the way in, and it'll be picked up in behind, and there's Pumper. Pumper on the ice again. Canelli from the red line. He's got a pass going across the middle, and that's down the right-hand side. Oh, just couldn't quite get a stick on it there. Was Benjamin as he broke around the right side, and now it'll be through the neutral zone. Munson with a check into the boards. On Stay. Picked up by Frank in his own zone. 13:52 remaining. We're still 0-0 here into the second period. There's a check right there as Scott collides with Stewart there, and now smashes into board as Kolker.
Yeah.
And we got a little bit of emotional stuff going on here. Could be a tripping penalty here coming up against, it looks like, Pumper. He's coming towards the here he comes.
Will be. Pumper, he just got a little tripped up. He tries going forward. He ends up just calling down his stick is in front of him, and he just couldn't really stop himself from ended up getting that trip. But unfortunate there, but it is the right call. So Raiders going to be down on the power play with 2 minutes left, on the power play, I should say.
Facing off to the right of Frank as they start the power play. Northfield with an excellent penalty kill, 86, almost 87% PK here for Northfield, and they'll boot Geiger out of there, and they'll have Becker get in there. So Becker now on the ice as well, getting some more playing time and some minutes. All the way from across the right-hand side, looking for a shot on goal out in front. Max Frank bounces out in front, and almost a rebound there by Albert Lee as the Raiders fired all the way down to the other end of the ice, and Geiger beats him to the puck down there, picked up there by Ferris. Ferris looking to set things up. and he's having a bit of a hard time putting that puck on the end of his stick, and now he'll cross the blue line, dump pass there to Lady. Lady will send that one. It'll be a deflection by Frank into the corner. Rand looking to try to clear it, can't do it. It's picked the pocket a little bit, and now they'll skate it through for Stewart. Stewart is going to come in from the right side. There's a shot deflected high in the air, picked up by Northfield. It's Cashin from that left circle. He fires it all the way around and in. Now Bridget Riley takes a shot. Why not? Here comes Stewart looking for a little bit of a backhand and around the corner, but he can't get that, trying to do the wraparound. And now it'll be Albert Lee. Tries to clear it out, and down the road goes Mendez. Down the right-hand side, he's got an open shot. Up and over the top as Lady fires it up over the head of Max Frank. Caston trying to get after it. He slips and falls and goes down to the net. Northfield wanted a tripping call. Didn't get it. So 37 seconds remaining here in the penalty against Northfield. Down the right-hand side, Lady skating down hard. Kaiser fires it around, gets it out through the zone, and it's Munson on the breakaway. Down the right-hand side, coming to the left side, shoots, and it is gone. Nope, it's right out in front as Kaiser comes in and does the old dirty pool. He hit the brakes and shaved the ice right up into the goalie's face with 11:58 to play here and 20 seconds left in the power play for Albertville.
Yeah, Kaiser, just about the funniest thing he could do there. As you can see on the replay here, Munson just can't quite get it in. He gets up getting stuck in between the goalie's pads, and Kaiser just gives him a nice little ice bath.
All right, face off to the right. Munson comes away with it. Tries to come away with it. Yes, they did it. Now they'll fire it all the way back into the left-hand side as Munson goes in behind and gets double-teamed down there as they put it up against the ice. Why not? The penalty, they will be dead here in about 4 seconds. So now it is a nice break up there by Kaiser to keep the play out of their end, and Pumper will hit the ice again, and then he'll jump out, and we're 5-on-5 with 11:30 to play. Puck in behind the net for Albert Lee. Tigers try to deflect it up and out, and they'll call looks like Scott will get called with the icing on that one, and we'll take another trip down memory lane and all the way back here to the right of Stadheim. So again, a couple of shots on goal for Northfield here in the second period. 3 shots on goal for Albert Lee, and the shots total on the afternoon, 16 to 4 in favor of Northfield as they face off again to the right of the goalie, and they control it. So Bruja will come away with it, but the Raiders will hold it right back in as they fire it up and towards the net. Now on a breakaway right there, Lady down the right hand, Rand hits the brakes, moves out of the way, avoids the check, because Lady was definitely coming for him. There's no doubt about that. Now Winter fires it across the middle. Geiger dump pass, looking for the shot. Cashin tries to shoot up and over the top and into the glass. Now it comes back out. He gets his own rebound as it comes down into the corner. Fighting for it is Geiger. Geiger comes away with it. He'll take it up to the top of the point. Looking for a shot. Nope. Now it passed down underneath. And a shot out front. And that one just goes left of the net. There, an opportunity just missed by Winter. Now Albert Lee and the Tigers down the right-hand side. They'll cross into the Northfield zone. Nice defensive play right there by Northfield. So the pass to Winter across the middle. Catch with a shot. And he couldn't do it. He couldn't get it out front. And another shot out in front. Cashin trying to get it on there, and Stadheim somehow got a stick on his stick. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Excellent play there by Stadheim. I mean, just perfect, picture-perfect play as he recognized what was happening and was just able to take it right out. So you can see on a replay here, there he is going right up. Just tries to wrap around. Stadheim just sticks the stick out, and Winter's rebound shot just can't quite find it.
So they're 5-on-5, and that was a nice shot attempt by Casson, but couldn't put it in there, and now it will be out in front of the net, and there's a rebound, and almost Albert Lee puts one in on Frank, keeps it out of the net. Another one out in front of the crease. So picking up some shots and some momentum is Albert Lee here in the second period, and they're getting a little chippy with Ben Geiger down there. Albert Lee in their own zone, fires it out off the glass. That's going to go all the way back down, and should have a stoppage of play, and we do, and we'll have an icing call, and Northfield will get an opportunity in an offensive zone with 9:44 to play here in the first period. We're still all tied up, 0-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Crowd getting into it here. Northfield faithful traveled well, but so do the Albert Lee Tiger fans. It's always nice to see fans traveling here to a neutral site game like this.
Face off to the right of Stadheim. Somehow they got to figure a way to beat that goalie because he is on fire today. Frank will knock that one down, getting a little forecheck there late on Persig. Frank holds him up against the boards, clears the zone. Kaiser sends it in behind for Riley. He'll send it all the way to the near boards. Now far across the other side is Kaiser. Kaiser waiting, looking. Munson out front, fire! Just to the left of the goal. And that's just gone. Now in behind the net, picked up by Raiders. Geiger, dropped past there. Munson looking for somebody out front. Geiger, shot! Another save by Stadheim. Unbelievable. And now from the top of the circle, firing it towards the net there. In behind. Like I said, the Raiders got to figure out some way to get past Stadheim here this afternoon. Ran all the way across the ice. Back to the point. Oh, and he loses control of it. Now he skates after it. So 8:49 to go here. Second period. Still 0-0. Munson will take it through neutral ice. He'll try to skate it up and through. He'll cross the blue line. Looking from the right circle. He'll fire that one up and over the net. It goes. Defended by Stewart there. Now to go all the way back down. We'll have another stoppage of play and an icing call against Albert Lee. So they're going to bring it all the way back down to the offensive zone for Northfield with 8:32 to play here. Second period.
Yeah, and obviously Northfield, they've gotten a lot of quality shots off, and Stadheim has just been able to knock them all down. Maybe it's time to just start getting the quantity up. You have a shot that, maybe if you're not the most confident, you just take it. Try to see what you can sneak by him, but he is just going to take all those shots that you think you're going to get, and you got to just start putting a lot of pressure on him.
It is crazy. If you remember the girls' game yesterday, I think they must have hit the pipe 4 times yesterday for the Northfield Raiders, and you just look at that. There's a shot across the middle. Stadheim with a save. Rebound out front. Now Stadheim with another save. They'll clear the zone. Now it's Riley. He misses the puck. Now it's Geiger chasing after it. Goes all the way deep into the end of Northfield. They'll try to push that up to Winter. Winter loses the puck for a second. Now it's picked up by Albert Lee, and it stays in the zone. So they hold that one in and push it in behind the net. Geiger with a drop pass and almost picked up by Albert Lee. Now intercepted with a turnover in their own end. 8 minutes remaining. Second period. Puck is fought out and comes away for Northfield. Centers that up to Winter. Winter across the blue line. He's got a break. It was a breaking cash-in, but that one's intercepted and picked up by Bruja. Now it's pushed back into the Northfield zone. Geiger fires off of Winter's skate. Albert Lee picks it up. Fighting for it is Cashin down the end. Winter looking across the middle. Picked up by Albert Lee. Albert Lee and Bruja will try to clear it. Dumped right back in for North End. Winter, he's back down there, and it's going to clear. Albert Lee is going to send that down, and that'll be an icing call. And another stoppage of play with 7:26 to play here.
Yeah, Raider offense doing a really good job skating around. A lot of intensity in the way that they come out. You can tell, they came out a little slow at the beginning of the game, but it's really picked up there in the middle of the first period, and especially here in the second.
6 shots apiece here in the second period for both teams. 7:26, face off to the right of Stadheim. It comes away with it. Whiteman drops it back for Benjamin, hits the referee, and then it is recovered by Albert Lee. Down that left-hand side, and away they go. Olsen dumps it all the way back in, and coming after it there is Nelson. Nelson tries to beat the Raiders to it, but is picked up by Frank. Frank now on the other direction, pushes it up through the zone. Now he trips and falls down on his own, and that puck will go to the far boards now. It's picked up there by Mendez. Mendez tries to send it up and out of the zone before Olsen gets a stick on it. Now it's picked up in the Northfield zone. Benjamin drop pass to Frank. Frank, he'll skate it up, banks it off into Kennelly. Kennelly can't hold the exiting pass. Held in there. It does look like Benjamin across the middle. There's a shot. Whiteman, another save by unbelievably. Stadheim, 2 shots, 3 shots, 4 shots. Stadheim just a brick wall in the net there. Unbelievable.
You can't get anything by this guy. He is playing the game of his life right now. Stadheim is absolutely destroying the Raider offense, and they're doing great, but Stadheim just doing better.
Albert Lee with the puck in the Northfield zone. Lady goes back into the corner and lays some lumber against Frank right there. Raiders try to clear it. They do. Banks it hard off the near boards. Turns around. Canelli heads to the bench. All the Raiders head to the bench except for Geiger. Geiger goes in and gives a push to Brua in the corner. That one's up and out of the net just above the glass. We'll have a stoppage of play and a face-off, I do believe, in the far circle. And just to the left of Stadheim. Just putting on a goaltending little session here.
Absolute masterclass so far by Stadheim. I mean, he is neutralizing some great shots from the Raiders. Absolutely knocking them down in a terrific way.
5:56 to play here. I told you, section playoffs, man. Yeah. I don't care what seeds you are. This is outstanding hockey going on here this afternoon.
Every team got here.
Raiders. Geiger from the shot for that left slot. And that one just goes defensively. Stadheim with another save. Surprise, surprise. Geiger will try to send that one up and down into the corner, but it banks hard off the glass, gets deflected off the glass, and goes all the way back into the Northfield zone. So the Raiders will pick it up in their own zone, and they'll look for a breakout pass to Munson, and the pass is just off as Geiger fires it across the middle, and it goes all the way down behind the line. So they're going to bring that one back. Now it'll be down in the Northfield zone in that far circle. Raiders will do a quick line change here as well. So they get an opportunity to do the line change here. And now they got Cashin and Stewart and Geiger out there. And it's, nope, they do not have, Kaiser's not on the ice on this play right here. So the Raiders could again control face-off, flip the puck in the air, but it didn't clear the zone. And now skating hard for it in the corner. A couple of people for Albert Lee skating down there before Riley comes away. He'll send that over to the winner. Winner across the outside. Breaking forward hard is Cashin and down. That should be a tripping call. That should absolutely be a tripping call.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
but they're going to call nothing as Cashin you can tell it hurt him.
Yeah.
It hurt him. He got tripped and he went flying into the boards and he's up. He's fine.
Yeah, he shakes it right off. I mean, he's a tough guy. But what happens
he's good,
there?
But he got the wind knocked out of him or something there.
Yeah, he's trying to crash down with the goalie, and that defender just kind of comes from behind and just kind of pushes him, trying to get him out of the way of the goalie so he doesn't run into him. But I think that's why there's no tripping call. But yeah, he gets sent into the boards.
Controlled by Northfield. That's Winter, who tried to take a shot from that high slot, but just got taken down to the ice. 5 minutes remaining here. Second period, off the glass and into neutral. And the Raiders will skate it all the way back into their own zone. Now they push it forward to Winter. Winter from the red line. Nope, pickpocketed down the right-hand side. It's Colgan going for it. Ty Frank with a good save out there by Max Frank. So a save by Frank. And the Raiders will turn and come back the other direction. Just a mistake in their own end. Almost cost them, but Frank saved them. Now down into the Albert Lee zone. Raiders trying to control the puck. Winter trying to get a stick on it. Can't do it. He gets dragged down to the ice. And the Raiders will go all the way back down and Pumper. You can tell Winter's not happy with that as well because they just took him right down to the ice. And nothing again, a call. No interference, no holding, no anything. So the whistle they're kind of swallowing the whistle a little bit here in the second period. Raiders out shooting them 22-8 here with 4:19 to play. Second period. Fans getting into it a little bit here as they face off to the right of Stadheim. Now Pumper from the blue line. He'll send it down to Geiger. Geiger tries the shot on goal, and that one's broken up by Ferris. Now it's dumped right back in for Albert Lee, but the Raiders will pick it up at the red line. Back to Munson. He can't control the pass. Picked up by Persig. Persig fighting for it. He tries to clear it out. Does so, but Boardman will push that forward to Kaiser. He'll send that one all the way as he gets crashed into the far boards in front of his bench. Now it's picked up by Albert Lee in behind the net. Trying to clear it is Johnston. Johnston can't hold it. Geiger trying to hold it in. Johnston sends it up over to Persig. Persig down the right side. He's just going to fire and dump it in. See if he can make something happen down there. His lady is down in that far corner. Raiders come away with it. Munson back across the middle. Down that left side. Backhand. And he goes! Of all the shots this afternoon, a backhand from the left pass, and somehow he got it past Stodheim.
Jake Geiger with an insane backhand shot. I mean, look at that. Skates through 3 defenders, puts it right in there. Absolutely picture-perfect play by Jake Geiger. I mean, what a shot.
13:32 mark, the Raiders take a 1-0 lead from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. Of all the shots, I didn't. I'm like, okay, that's
13:32 of the second period. Number 11, Jake Geiger, assisted by number 12, Cam Kaiser. That goal was at 13:32 of the second.
All right. Well, like I said, of all the shots, I mean, he's coming through. I'm like, okay. I thought he was going to go right when he went left. I'm like, okay. And then when he lets go of the backhand, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
He's catching this one. Yeah. And somehow it went past.
Yeah. I mean, there was a defender to his back left. There was a defender right in front of him. There was a defender to his right. He just slips between 2 of them, goes to his left, and he just kind of throws it over there. I think the goalie might have thought he was just going to hit the pole or something, but Stodheim, I mean, he's still having a hell of a game.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job out there.
1-0 in favor of the Northfield Raiders, your section semifinals from Rochester in the Rec Center. Kennelly trying to fight for it back down in the corner for him, and then it's, of course, Albert Lee tries to clear it. They fire that one all the way back down. It should be an icing call, and it is. So 2:14 remaining here. Second period. Northfield finally scores first here in the second period on a bizarre backhand by Jake Geiger.
Hey, a goal's a goal. And you know, when I said you might want to start focusing on quantity, I mean, that's it. That's putting a shot up, and you know, hey, maybe it falls, and it does this time.
Jake Geiger with his 26th goal of the season and his 62nd goal, and Camden Kaiser with his 19th assist on the season. Ty Frank will pick the puck up into the Northfield zone, tries to send it up and through. Cashin lets it go all the way down to the far end as it's picked up by Severson. Into the corner, pickpocketed by Northfield. There's a centering pass broken up off the defense, and now it'll be Lady who tries to clear the glass. Ty Frank will pick it up, sends it up to neutral zone. Winner tries to hit the breaking pass by Stewart, but it's broken up there by Lady. Now it's back down by Frank. Frank coming all the way back inside the defense there, and now he'll head the other direction as the puck tries to clear the zone for Albert Lee, but that's pushed right back in. Kaiser, opportunity, right-hand side, flips it out there, and that one's deflected by Stodheim as it comes to the near side. Picked up by Simon at the top. Now down in the right-hand corner. Shot deflected up in the air, and it's on to the netting, and a stoppage of play. Face off to the right of Stodheim with 1:15 to play here. Second period.
Yeah, Raiders, I mean, they're doing a great job out here. So are Albert Lee. Albert Lee has not slowed down at all. Obviously, the goal, it says 1-0 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard now, but Albert Lee is still flying around making plays.
So they're going to face off from the right-hand side as Geiger will go in there. Geiger's won the majority of all his face-offs here this afternoon. And Albert Lee will control it. Now a centering pass out front. Munson with the score! Off the face-off, and Geiger to Munson, and it's 2-0 in favor of Northfield.
Fantastic job by Caden Munson. Doing a great job. Also going on a little backhand there. Let's get an instant replay brought to us by Community Resource Bank. You can see it just slips out there, and Munson right in front of the goal just sneaks it right behind him. Fantastic job there by Caden Munson.
So I thought for a second that Kaiser, he didn't kind of lost that offense there, but somehow it got in front of Munson, and Munson was able to bang it home, and there was nothing.
14:51 of the second period. Number 20, Caden Munson. Assisted by number 11, Jake Geiger. That goal comes at 14:51 of the second. 1 minute remaining in the second period.
And, you know, a little hectic scene down there by the goal. Yeah, I mean, the Raiders absolutely swarmed him down there, and he ends up on his belly right there. Pops right back up eventually, but the goal came out.
Well, and they're talking to Captain Kaiser, and usually I'm sure if he's involved somehow, there might be a little chirping going on back and forth.
Wouldn't be surprised.
So the face-off will come to the Northfield And Geiger fires it, and he scores! Kaiser with the deflection out in front of the net, and it's 3-0 with 49 seconds at the 16-11 mark. Kaiser will put the third goal.
Ben Geiger.
Was that Geiger?
I think it was.
I thought Kaiser. Kaiser got the
I just saw the
deflection.
show.
If you look at the replay, you'll see that Kaiser gets a shot on it.
That's not bad. So, yeah. That's a number 2. Oh, no, it was Kaiser right down there. Yep.
So Kaiser gets the goal off of the shot from the point, and he got the deflection on it, beat Stadheim. So just like that, we went from Stadheim being a stud.
Yeah, I mean.
Number 12, Cam Kaiser, assisted by number 2, Ben Geiger, and number 20, Caden Monson.
All right, so here we go, 3-0. All of a sudden, the dam has broken, and they have scored 3 in a row. And you can't really take a lot away from Stadheim on that. A lot of that was, a lot of the saves that he made. But like I said, that backhand surprised me that they scored, and then the Munson shot right out in front. He was defenseless against that one, and that one Geiger just fired across the middle, and Cam just able to get a stick on it and maneuver it past him for an excellent offensive play. And that is the end of your second period here for the semi-finals of the section, and that'll wrap up the second period here. And we've got a discussion going on. We've got the ref telling everyone to head back to the bench. I'm not sure what's going on here. So Stadheim, I think they're going over to just kind of like boost him up and, say, hey, man, let's just stay with it. You'll be fine. Let's stay with it. So, again, interesting matchup here at the end of the second period. So we're going to take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll talk about our second period here. You're listening to Raider Hockey on 95.1 The One, AM 1080, KYMN, and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
Cold weather is here, and that means it's time to stop by and get Witt Brothers Winterization Special. For just $30, you can get your battery, antifreeze, and tires checked. Don't let balding tires cause more slipping and sliding on your way home. Swing by Witt Brothers to get your tires checked and make sure you're ready for the cold by taking advantage of the $30 Winterization Special. For all your automotive maintenance and repair needs, drive to Witt Brothers Service, located at 701 Division Street in downtown Northfield.
An ice dam is a ridge of ice that forms at the edge of a roof and prevents melting snow from draining off the roof. The water that backs up behind the dam can leak into a home and cause damage to walls, ceilings, insulation, and other areas. This is Beth with Service Master by Hyatt. We can work with your insurance company to restore your property from damages caused by ice dams. Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master by Hyatt today, 877-945-0993.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
The graphic mailbox in the River Park Mall. With all of your mailing and printing needs, we can pack it up, ship it out, and get it down the road. Fabricate a sign or a banner. We work hard to know our products. We can find what works for you and set you up with everything you need. The graphic mailbox in the River Park Mall, offering solutions for you.
The Quarterback Club of Northfield knows just how hard the student athletes work each and every sports season and would like to wish all of the Raiders athletic teams the best of luck this year. After practice is over or before the big game, stop into the Quarterback Club and grab their roasted chicken, tender baby back ribs, or famous broiled burgers. Short on time? Call ahead and they will have it ready for you to carry out. They serve lunch and dinner. So no matter your busy schedule, the Quarterback Club has something for you. Good luck, Raiders, and we'll see you after the game. The Quarterback Club, off Highway 3 in Northfield.
Heritage Dental Care in Northfield is a general dental clinic specializing in a variety of dental procedures and services. New patients and emergencies are welcomed 5 days a week. Heritage Dental Care is a proud supporter of Northfield Athletics and wish all of our athletes the best of luck this season. Make an appointment today with Dr. David Bress, Dr. David Buck, or Dr. Michael Thompson. Go Raiders!
Northfield Live doesn't just provide game coverage. We provide opportunities for Northfield youth to showcase, learn, and experience many aspects of media. Practice their communication skills by providing play-by-play and color announcing, getting interviews with fellow students or coaches, or writing stories. They can showcase their graphic art skills by creating social media, running cameras for events, or producing a game like the one you're watching now. We also utilize the talents of adults to help mentor and provide a quality experience for the students. If you or someone you know might be interested in growing our coverage, you're welcome to call, text, or email us from the Northfield Live page at any time.
Is your money safe, secure, and growing? Hi, I'm Stephanie from Merchants Bank, and together, let's build your savings strategy. Maybe you'd like to have a rainy day fund, save for your child's future, or create a long-term savings plan. Or maybe you're just not sure where to start. As your trusted banker, we believe in helping you find the right solution. Not just any solution, to make reaching your financial goals easier. Call us or stop in at Merchants Bank. Let's build a plan to reach your dreams together.
And welcome back. I had to catch my breath there for a second. That last 5 minutes of that second period was unbelievable as Northfield rattled off 3 goals there to wrap up that second period. It was 0-0 up until that point. And then all of a sudden, the Raiders just came out of nowhere. So Cam Kaiser got that third one, or at the end there, but it was all Jake Geiger. Jake Geiger got the interception. He got a pass coming off of Kaiser in about that 13:32 mark, and he broke through and he got up through the slot, was able to get in behind the defense, and came with a backhand that none of us here thought was even remotely going to go in, but somehow it did, and that's how things just started. And then all of a sudden it was just bang, bang, bang. At the 15:29 mark, off the face-off from Geiger, Munson gets the puck just to the left of the net and fires one home and beats Stadheim for a 2-0 lead. And then at the end, Cam Kaiser, there was a shot from the top of the point. It was Ben Geiger firing from the straight up on that high slot, and it was coming right at the goalie, and Kaiser somehow got a stick on it and was able to move the direction of the puck to make it 3-0 in favor of Northfield. Northfield outshot them 14-7 in that second period.
Yeah, Northfield has done a great job here. Obviously, Stadheim, he was playing like a brick wall. He's still having a good game. I mean, you know, those shots, they're eventually going to fall. But, you know, looking back on that first period and the first half of the second, I mean, he's absolutely got something to hang his head on. We'll see if he can rebound here. And, you know, that shot by Jake Geiger, you can tell that's something that he's been working on. You know, that's something that doesn't just happen, that little backhand shot towards that upper right corner of the net. I mean, just a fantastic job there by Geiger. And obviously this Raiders team, they've really been playing as a team. They're really looking for all those passes to that open teammate who might be able to put that goal in. And it's finally turned around for them, getting that 3-0 lead on the Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Well, I tell you, without a doubt, Albert Lee was staying in the game, staying in the contest. They were actually at one point out shooting Northfield. And then it just, I don't know. I mean, the Northfield just decided it's time to go.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, it's just, okay, enough of this.
Yeah, eventually Jake Geiger just got that little shot up. He got it in, and eventually you can just like, oh, well, now we can score.
Well, they took advantage of that one from Geiger. I mean, that was kind of a turnover in the neutral zone, and that's how Kaiser was able to get in there. And, of course, he got over the blue line. As soon as he got over the blue line, he just held off for a second, just long enough for Geiger, to get in behind the defense. And then he just fired the pass, and then, boom, up he came, and, the rest is history, as they say. And Geiger has blistering speed. He's got great acceleration, and you know he's a running back in football, I do believe.
Running back, wide receiver, yeah.
Yeah, and so was he quarterback? Okay, he's quarterback.
Geiger.
But Geiger also plays the defensive safety and things like that.
Everything.
So, yeah, he plays a little bit of everything. So bottom line is he's got great acceleration, and he was just able to come flying across that blue line, and Cam caught him with a nice pass, and he was able to get behind the defense. So that's how the dam kind of broke at that point. And like I said, was at the 13:32, between 13:32 and 16. So 3 minutes, 3 scores for Northfield to put them up 3-0. So nice, impressive second period here for Northfield. Took the wind out of the sails for Albert Lee without a doubt. They will come out. They will continue to fight. I can tell you that. They got a big bunch of boys on their team. That lady, number 18, he likes taking hits on people, so it'll be interesting to see. Jacob Kolker likes to push people around. Connor Persig likes to push people around. Zayden Brewer likes to push people around. So I can see this getting very physical in this third period.
It will be a very physical third period. Both teams, Albert Lee, they're going to come out with a big fire under them. And Raiders, they always had that fire under them. They're a very aggressive team. They always find a way to get under the other team's skin. And we're going to see that here in the third period, I guarantee it.
And I can tell you right now what Coach Luckcraft will not tell them is to sit on it. They're going to tell them to get after. Keep coming, keep attacking. The game isn't over yet, boys. We got 17 minutes left to play, so look for the Northfield to be aggressive coming out of the locker room.
They're trying to increase that lead right here when they come out, and they're going to try to do it fast. And once they do that, they're not going to slow down either. They're going to keep coming. They're going to keep coming at you, and they're not going to slow down until that last second comes off the clock.
Your third period is underway from the Rochester Rec Center. Score 3-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. You're listening to Raider Hockey. We'll take a break. We'll come back on 95.1 The One, AM 1080, KYMN. Streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
Savings account from Community Resource Bank can help you save money on medical expenses when used in conjunction with a qualifying high-deductible health plan. And HSA offers the return of a savings account with the convenience of checking, all while earning a competitive interest rate. Stop by one of our locations or visit crb.bank to learn more. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Get your vehicle ready for whatever Minnesota weather throws at you next. Valley Auto House is a full automotive repair shop, collision center, and AAA towing facility. We service all makes and models from full-size diesel trucks to passenger cars. Serving the people of Northfield is our #1 goal. We do that by offering quick repairs, fair prices, and efficient communication from the time you walk in the door to when we hand you your keys back. Go Raiders! From all of us at Valley Auto House, located on Highway 3 South in Northfield. Open 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. And find us at valleyautohouse.net.
As the year comes to a close, we begin to reflect on all we've done throughout the year, and we're looking forward to all this new year has to bring. At Northfield Retirement Community, we are proud of the work we've done supporting our residents, staff, family, and friends throughout the year. We'd like to wish everyone a very happy and prosperous new year. Northfield Retirement Community. Innovation, choice, tradition.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. Do you have HSA dollars that you're looking at wondering, hey, what can I use these on? Did you know you can use HSA, HRA, and other health savings accounts to pay for your LASIK procedure? In addition, if you have a Flex account, you can set aside money in your Flex account for next year to use towards LASIK.
Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, Faribault. World-class LASIK, small-town traffic. RitchieEyeClinic.com.
Northfield is a unique town with passionate people. So much passion that it can be hard to keep up. That's why, if you're into art, local politics, sports, or anything else, Northfield Public Broadcasting is here to serve you. NPB is a free public access local television station that accepts submissions on anything you care about. NPB is a place to hear community voices and to share your own voice. Check it out.
This is Barb from Professional Dental Group of Northfield. The doctors, Becky Johnson, John Nowak, Brian Craby, Tyler Yankee, and Mallory Peterson would like to remind you that February is Dental Health Month. New patients in the month of February will receive a free exam and necessary x-rays. The doctors and staff at Professional Dental Group would love to see your smile. You can find us on the web at pdgdentists.com or give us a call at 507-645-5264.
Northfield Insurance offers more than just home and auto. They offer business insurance, health insurance, life insurance, and bonds as well. They have a combined 147 years of experience across 6 employees to make sure that you are getting the best possible insurance for your exact needs. Not only will they protect what's yours, they'll make sure that you're cared for like family. Find out how you can get the right insurance for you at nfldins.com or by calling 507-645-8861. Northfield Insurance Agency. They've got you covered.
At Hometown Credit Union, we are proudly celebrating our 50-year anniversary. What originally started with little more than a ledger book and a cash box, Hometown is now a not-for-profit financial institution that serves the needs of over 23,000 people. We offer all the products and services you expect, while also being personal enough to truly partner with our members through all of life's journeys. Join us at www.hometowncu.coop and see why the Hometown Credit Union can be your trusted partner for financial success.
February 28th is coming fast. Registration for Northfield Fast Pitch Softball is open for 8, 10, 12, and 14U teams at northfieldfastpitch.org. Spring is just around the corner. Register your daughter and enjoy watching her learn and build confidence on the ball field. Girls born from 2008 to 2015 must sign up by February 28th. Girls Fast Pitch Softball is one of the fastest growing sports for young women. Scholarship assistance is available. Visit northfieldfastpitch.org for more information. Register today. Go Raiders!
Champion Sports has the best selection of merch for kids and adults alike, with Carlton, St. Olaf, and Raider hats, hoodies, and letter jackets. Champion Sports has it all. Champion Sports even offers custom printing for sports teams and businesses. Champion Sports has a good selection of sporting goods for hockey, baseball, swimming, lacrosse, and pickleball. Champion Sports has great shoe brands like Brooks and Adidas to give you that competitive edge. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram to know when the latest gear is in stock. Gear up like a champion at Champion Sports.
Northfield is a unique town with passionate people. So much passion that it can be hard to keep up. That's why, if you're into art, local politics, sports, or anything else, Northfield Public Broadcasting is here to serve you. NPB is a free public access local television station that accepts submissions on anything you care about. NPB is a place to hear community voices and to share your own voice. Check it out.
And we're back.
And we're back. Back at the Rochester Recreation Center. Northfield Raiders really blew the doors open in that third period in the last 5 minutes of that contest, actually starting at the 13:32 mark. So last 4 minutes of that contest, the Raiders fired off 3 quick goals and took the lead 3-0. So here we are. We're in the third period at the Rochester Rec Center. Albert Lee looking for some payback here in the third period, so we'll see how aggressive it becomes, because they're very physical in that second period the way it is, and they have to get back into this contest, so we'll see how it all shakes out. We're underway in the third period. Rand picks it up in behind the Northfield net, and Frank will skate it up to the middle, fires to Kaiser off of his skate, goes all the way down to the other end. Back into the other end for Albert Lee. Tries to fire one up and out, and that one goes way up into the crowd up there. So that one deflected up into the crowd, so we'll be doing a face-off just to the right of Stadheim. So Stadheim having a great game at the beginning of the contest, and in that second period, giving up 3 goals there, and it kind of shook him maybe a little bit. We'll see. And like Brent Bielenberg used to say, you know what? It's not what happens or what happens, it's how you recover for it and how you then step up from there. So we'll see what Stadheim does here in the third period. That one is deflected up and out and into the players' bench again as well. We'll face off at the center. Face-off circle. Top line in there now. Rand off the face-off loses the puck, and it goes all the way back in behind the Northfield net, and it's picked up by Frank, and he'll hit the brakes and come back the other direction. He'll skate in behind the net, waiting. Albert Lee on an aggressive attack there in the offensive zone. Raiders, Geiger with a nice little move in behind, looking for a pass out front to Kaiser. Didn't quite see him, and that comes back the other way. Lady fires it all the way in. Now it's going to go back in behind the net. Frank comes out of the net, and Lady gets after it there with Riley, and he flips him upside down. And just both guys kind of holding each other's stick. No call on the play. Puck through neutral ice. Kaiser fired past the winner, and then they just bail. Or I thought they were going to bail, but now Kaiser bails out, and he'll head to the bench. Riley will dump it all the way in. That should be an icing call, but they didn't call it. So that one's going to fire all the way and picked up by Munson. Munson down that left circle, gets pickpocketed there in the corner, sends it up and through, and out of the zone it comes. So Northfield has to get out of the offensive end. And now the puck cleared for Albert Lee into the Northfield zone, off the backboard, picked up by Cashin in neutral ice. Sends it up into the zone to Brua. Cashin, Stewart coming away with it. Now Brua coming away with it. Now he'll take it and he'll try to skate it up and through neutral ice. And of course a hard hit by Munson there, and that doesn't bother him as Cashin will skate it across the blue line down that left side. Tries to come around with a wraparound, and there's a shot out in front. Stadheim can't see it, and they score again. Stadheim had no chance. The stick was out of his arm, and there was nothing he could do. He could see. Oh, you can't see if you're on the radio, but he literally got flipped over on his belly, and they brought it around to the right-hand side, and they were able to shoot and score, and I believe Munson's going to get credit for that one.
He will.
And that'll be at the 2:04 mark. Puts them up 4-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, as you can see there, I mean, Stadheim did everything he could. He did it right, too, but the puck eventually just pops out, and Munson happened to be right there to the right of the goal, or right in the right part of the goal, and he just sends it right in.
Face-off, controlled by Northfield as they dump it into the zone again.
2:04 the third period. Number 9, Michael Stewart. Assisted by number 10. And number 13, Will Cashin.
So we'll take a look at who that was again.
Yeah, we'll have to, because that doesn't make any sense to me. But anyhow, controlled by Albert Lee, fired across the neutral ice and down the other side. There's a shot towards the goal onto Frank. Frank bucks that off to the north side, and now Whiteman will try to clear the zone and can't do it. Lady all over the top of him and Rand. And now no call on that play, and that comes off. The net comes off. We could have easily had a penalty there because of the wraparound there a little bit. Kind of dragged Lady down to the ground right in front of the net as he's crashed into the net, and they came off the net for Northfield. So interesting no call, to say the least, right there. So they will put the net back on. Max Frank will report to station. And at 13:59, we'll face off to the left of Max Frank. Raiders on top, 4-0 here in the third period, just underway in the third period. Albert Lee tries to dump it in the zone, can't. Winner picks it up, dumps it back to the Northfield zone, picked up by Riley. He's got a break across the middle to Geiger, but that one is broken up by Albert Lee. They'll send it into the Northfield zone, and then kind of a whiff there by Riley. Kaiser trying to battle for it as Geiger picks it up in behind the line for Northfield. Breakaway pass there to Geiger down that left-hand side. Winner coming in from the right. Kaiser coming in from the other direction, and that one is deflected up and out and into the netting. So we'll have another stoppage of play and a face-off, I believe, to the right of Stadheim.
Yeah, I think it was Winter who took that shot. You could tell he didn't get the stick on it he wanted. You could hear his frustration up in the rafters that were up here in Rochester Rec Center. He had a good shot opportunity. He just couldn't quite get the stick. Ends up shooting way high.
Picked up by Albert Lee on the face-off. Raiders kind of controlled that face-off, but then lost it, and then Albert Lee came away with it. Now Cashin comes away with it on the right-hand circle. He'll try to take a little lofter here. He just goes all the way around to the left circle. Now back to the point. Picked off and intercepted there for a second by Stay. Before it's picked up by Albert Lee. Albert Lee tries to dump it all the way in off of Max Frank's blocker.
Ref's really letting this one play out.
So now we're going to see a penalty here.
Yeah, right as I say it. I was going to say, refs really letting this one play out. We've seen some hits on the backside of plays, but eventually Raiders going to get called for this one.
Yep, that's going to be Munson.
Munson having a great game. He did have that goal earlier. He was the one who snuck that one in, but now he's in the box. I mean, he's had a great season here for the Raiders. He's one of those kind of unsung heroes. You know, you hear his name a lot, but you really can't underestimate how much he does for this team when he's out on the ice.
So he's going to get a roughing call at the 4:08 mark. So Albert Lee with an opportunity on the power play. Northfield stopped the first one that they had early, which again was a penalty on Munson. So that's Munson's second penalty of the evening. Puck goes all the way down to the other end of Albert Lee as the Northfield Raiders clear that one. Short-handed, 5-on-4. Nice defensive move there by Stewart. Stewart still fighting for it. Down in the corner. Raiders come away with it as Frank. Down in the other corner, Lady ran, putting in a little hit on Lady there. Now they'll bring it over here to the near side to Ferris. Ferris looking for something. Across the other side of the ice it goes. Flipping it towards the net. Frank right out front. And another shot and a rebound.
Number 20, Caden Monson, 2 minutes for elbow.
All right, well, the Raiders try to clear the zone, and they do. I'm not sure Frank let that big rebound come out in front. They had an opportunity with the rebound, but missed left of the net. So now, firing from that high slot, broken up by the defense. Raiders will pick it up. Down the right side, Cashin will come. He'll just dump it in. Kind of blocked off there by Kolker. Picked up down in the corner by Brewer. Brewer will try to clear it up and out of there. Northfield still pursuing them. Even though they're shorthanded, they're being very aggressive on this penalty kill, surprisingly enough. So Albert Lee trying to get something to happen. The forward that pass to Persick. Persick fires it down into the corner. Looks like Scott's going to pick it up, but they're going to get called for icing. So they'll bring that one all the way back. So Raiders doing a nice job of the penalty kill here with 15 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Raiders doing a fantastic job on this penalty kill. I mean, this is only their second of the game, and they have really shined out here on special teams, you know, really being able to continue to do a great job against Albert Lee, even when they're shorthanded. And, you know, once Munson's back out there, we're probably gonna see the Raiders come out even more aggressively.
Puck goes all the way to the far boards in the Albert Lee zone. Like I said, very, very aggressive. Olsen will skate it across with 1 second to go in the power play. And that'll end it as Munson comes out of the box. And they're looking to hit him on a breakaway, but he's not there. So now Munson will jump back into the bench. Northfield will push that one forward through neutral ice. Down that left side, Benjamin fires all the way across to Frank. Frank with a shot, and then right in the red basket of Stadheim. Stadheim with a save.
And if you're Stadheim, that's exactly what you need. You need that little confidence booster. Obviously, those four got by, and you can tell that it was kind of getting in his head there. But he's able to grab that one out of the air, and he's able to get that confidence a little back up.
10:32 remaining here. Third period in the semifinal sections of boys hockey coming from Rochester Recreation Center. Another game coming up will be La Crescent and Dodge County, I believe.
Yep.
And the winner of that will take on the winner of this contest. 10:32 remaining from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. Northfield on top, 4-0, and they win that face-off. Rand will push it down all the way into the corner. Picked up in the corner by Whiteman. Skates it to the far side. Up against being battled there with Severson. Albert Lee will try to clear the zone. Into the Northfield zone it goes. Rand will pick it up, push it back to Frank. He'll stop in behind the net. Lady in pursuit. Whiteman will flip that one up and out. Now it's Cannelli making a break for it. And that was a wicked shot. Number 20 came flying across there, Severson, and Cannelli tried to do a little stick push to try to get a little funky little pass right there, and number 20 skated right through his arm and just kind of spun him around into the ground.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he just gets laid out, and I mean, it wasn't really on the defender, you know. He was just kind of a momentum play there with Cannelli having his arm out, and he just spins right around. I mean, he gets right up, he brushes it right off, so nothing bad there.
Raiders will control the puck. Munson, centering pass out in front. Whiteman takes a shot towards the middle. He shoots, he scores. Munson with the deflection, and they are now ahead 5-0 at the 7:06 mark of the third period.
Great job there by Sam Boardman there at the top, sending that one in and getting the assist off that little tip-off. And yeah, that is Munson's hat trick.
That is a hat trick for Mr. Munson at that 7:06 mark.
Yeah, PA announcer didn't really understand the second one, but that is 3 for Munson, and that's a big one.
Scoring for the Raiders at 7:06 of the third period, number 20, Caden Monson. Assisted by number 17, Sam Boardman. And number 5, Ashton Pumper.
And an icing call on Albert Lee, so we'll bring that one all the way back to the other end of the ice there. 9:36 to play. Raiders on top, 5-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. So like I said, the dam kind of broke open in the second period there, and now we've had a couple of goals by Munson here in the second goal. So even though he was called for an elbow earlier at the 4:08 mark, he came right back on the ice less than 3 minutes later and taps one home for Northfield. And there's a break off of the face-off again, and the puck slides right up next to Stadheim. Stadheim has to put a glove on it and will face off again from his left. So 9:28 remaining here. Third period. Boardman, top of the circle. Geiger with a wrister from the top of that right circle. The goal is on the ground, trying to get up, and now that one's deflected out of the zone, and out it goes all the way back. Pumper will pick it up in the Northfield, and he'll fire that one up to Kaiser. Kaiser, nice little dump pass to Geiger, and he'll fire one towards her, and Stadheim says, not enough of this. So he'll cover that one up, sliding 3 feet out the side of the net, and he'll cover it up, and they'll bring that one out, and they'll face that one off as Northfield and Albert Lee do a full line change here with 9:06 to play in the third period.
Yeah, and Max Frank is doing a great job when he does have something to do, but most of the time Raider defense has absolutely been just destroying the Albert Lee offense, not letting them get anything, and really helping out their goalie.
Riley at the top of the circle from the blue line, dumps it in behind to Whiteman. He's checked off the boards. Albert Lee will pick it up. Little breakout pass there to Olsen. That's intercepted and picked up by Benjamin. Benjamin to Whiteman. Whiteman, looking for a shot. He scores. Whiteman from that high slot. And we are 6-0 in favor of Northfield. And another goal by Whiteman.
Fantastic job there by Whiteman, getting that puck, sending it straight through the net. No hesitation, just straight gas. He sent that one, and he knew it immediately off the stick.
So now the Raiders on top of this one, 6-0, and they are, just like I said, they're not going to let off. I knew Luckcraft would not hesitate to keep hammering at them, and they've done exactly that here in the third period.
8:14 of the third period, number 19, Christian Whiteman. Assisted by number 22, Oliver Benjamin.
Severson in behind the net for Albert Lee. Now the Raiders come away with it. They'll push it forward with Ben Geiger. He'll fire it on net as they head to the bench. Cashin skates in behind and takes control of the puck. Now he'll dump one to the top. Max Frank's coming in, but now we got a turnover in their end. Down the right they go. Kolker with a move on Frank and a nice save, but it bounces off his arm and into the goal, and they will score at the 8:56 mark.
Yeah, eventually, it was just a great play there by Albert Lee, sprinting down the ice there, as he just says, I'll just sneak that one right in. Frank knocks it down, but it just bounces from off his chest into his arm and into the back of the net.
All right, at 8:56, they finally strike as Jacob Kolker with a turnover with Frank in there. Actually, they were in the Albert Lee zone, and Frank lost control of the puck, and next thing you know, Kolker just took off, and there's a shot from the top of the circle, and Adam Winter reacts. 9:03 Winter with the goal to make it 7-1 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Andrew Winter with an insane shot right there. Just instant. The second that the puck was near him, he sends it right into the back of the net. Right there from that top of the circle, he just steps back a little bit, waits a second, and puts it in.
To the third period, number 17, Jacob Kolker, unassisted.
Number 16, Andrew Winter, unassisted. It was, I can promise you that it was number 16.
To the third period, number 16, Andrew Winter, unassisted.
Okay, that's kind of what we thought. I don't know where that one came from, but we thought for sure that was Adam Winter. As far as I know, he wears number 16. Tiger fires towards there. Stadheim will stick that one over into the corner, and Albert Lee will clear it all the way down. No icing on the call, and Northfield will pick it up in their own zone. Pumper looking to avoid, that's Simon looking to avoid the check, and smart idea. Albert Lee pumps it right back in, so we got a couple of guys out on the ice. Simon is out there getting some ice time here this afternoon with this large 7-1 lead. Comes to the top shot. Frank, save. Raiders into the near boards. It comes. Albert Lee trying to hold it in. Another shot towards the goal. Kaiser sends that one up over the glass. Kaiser trying to reach for it down in the corner here. A lot of pushing and shoving going on here is Scott and Kaiser going after each other a little bit. And Kaiser with a little swat in the back of the calf to remind him. Off the board. They'll come in, fire it again towards the net, but that one's deflected. Now it'll be picked up in the middle. Now it is going to be Boardman. Boardman will dump. Raiders will do a line change. 6:20 to go. Third period, 7-1 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard in favor of Northfield. Riley misses it at the blue line, and it goes sneaking in behind him. Albert Lee with a full line change, and the Raiders didn't see it. An opportunity to really take advantage of that. Into the corner they go. Pushing and shoving going on. And again, there's a little whack, a little retaliation going on, and that could be a problem if they got to be careful with that. See how far the refs will let this go here with 5:52 to go. Things getting a little chippy here in the third period. Benjamin will try to dump it in and can't. Now it's coming back the other direction. That's going to be Severson. Severson with his shot on goal. Frank with the save. Down in the corner it goes. Severson with a centering pass there. And it looks like we might have a penalty. He's going to come right on in, I think. Number 20, Severson, is probably going to get called. And he does.
We do have a running clock here with the 6-goal deficit.
And so Severson will get holding the stick penalty there at about, let's just say, I don't know. Let's just say the 11-minute mark because it's, the clock is running. So, I didn't think they would actually, even in the section tournament, apparently they do have the running clock. So, was not...
assessed at 12 minutes of the third period to Albert Lee's number 20, Carson Severson.
Okay, holding the stick on Severson. Shot and a goal by Kennelly. With 4:40 on the clock, Kennelly scores for Northfield.
Fantastic job there by Griffin Kennelly, putting one right into the goal from that left circle. He just picks it up and slaps it right in.
Well, that was a quick one. So they continue to let the clock run, and Albert Lee is, to say the least, I think a little bit exhausted.
Yeah, I would be too.
They literally stayed in it until the 13:32 mark of the second period. And then it's just been all Northfield in the end of that second and completely through this third period. They just keep on getting after it. 8-1 in favor of Northfield from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. And they're just going to dump that one into Brewer. 3:50 remaining here. Oh, that's a turnover in the back of Northfield's end and crushed into the corner there. A couple of guys get beat up down there in the corner. Now that's picked up here by Northfield. Michael Stewart will try to push that one up and in.
Number 16, Andrew Winter.
Raiders pick the bucket up in their own zone. Tries to exit pass there, but it's picked up by Brewer. Brewer will bring it in. He'll go down the left side. A little spoke check there by Riley. He'll send it all the way over to the other side to Pumper. Pumper, forwarding pass up, picked off by Albert Lee in the neutral zone. Fired right back in as Persick. Pumper getting after it. He'll try to bang it to the near side. Brewer fires it across the middle. Shot by Kolker. Backhand. Deflection out in front. Centering pass there. Broken up by Northfield. Now picked up and going back the other way. It's going to be Becker. Becker up to Benjamin. Benjamin dumps it all the way in. 2:49 to play. Scores 8-1 in favor of Northfield. Now we're going to get a stoppage of play here. A lot of pushing and shoving going on as the puck comes around the near side. So got the refs coming up here, and it looks like we might have yet another penalty against Albert Lee. We kind of figured that. They were going to start pushing and shoving and getting out of control. That's Persig with the penalty.
Yeah, and with about 2:20 left on the game clock here on the Heritage Bank scoreboard, Raiders are up 8-1, and it's all but done. They're looking ahead now pretty much towards next Wednesday, where they will play the winner of tonight's game, which is between Dodge County and
La Crescent.
Yep, La Crescent.
So the Raiders will let this clock run down, get some playing time for the rest of the guys that have been sitting on the bench all night. So it's
that's that 15 minutes of the third period. Albert Lee's number 9, Connor Persig.
So Persig was slashing here as they wrap the third period up. There's a wraparound right out there, and that one's broken up. And Stodheim able to get a stick on that one and keep that one out of the net. Boy, I tell you, ever since he let in that first one, he's been kind of a Swiss cheese kind of guy here this afternoon. Like I said, that first period and 13 minutes in, he stopped everything. Now he's given up 8 goals since that period.
Yeah, I mean, it's a mental thing. You know, it's 90% mental and the other half is physical. Yeah, that mental
Good
dam
Yogi
breaks.
Berra.
My math, if I do 90 and 50, that's 100%.
Yeah.
You know what the quote is.
That's a Yogi Berra quote right there.
So,
I'm glad you were able to pull that out, Joey.
all right, so Adam Winter takes the face-off and from the point, and they're going to hold it up. Let's see if they even take a shot. They probably shouldn't. Centering pass across the middle, and they try to take a shot, so they are just going to play it to the end. 43 seconds remaining. They're going to waive the icing call, which is a good call by the referees, I do believe. 36 seconds remaining. Raiders will skate it down the left-hand side, and they'll push it all the way back into their zone. Frank will pick it up. Maybe Frank could take a whack at her. Maybe get an assist or a goal or something. So they're going to skate it down, and they're going to make Albert Lee come up and get him. Lady comes up temporarily, and they're going to have him come after him, and now the Raiders will push that one up to Stewart. Stewart down the right-hand side, and he'll just fire that across the middle, and he's a shot! Oh, my goodness. Bradley with an opportunity to get on the scoreboard, and he recovers it into the far circle, and that will end it right there. And that is the end of the game. Your Northfield Raiders will be heading to section finals on Wednesday night against the winner of Dodge County and La Crescent, which is coming up after this. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back and we'll recap the score. So 8-1 in favor of Northfield. And with that said, we will have our post-game cleanup brought to you by Service Master by I. When disaster strikes, demand the yellow van. You're listening to Raider Hockey on 95.1, The One, and AM 1080 KYM, and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
KYMN Radio 95-1 has been serving the Northfield area since 1968, delivering local news, weather, and sports every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Whether it's 95.1 FM, AM 1080, or online at kymnradio.net, we'll keep you up to date with the latest happenings and events in Northfield and the surrounding area. And be sure to follow us on social media too. KYMN 95-1, we're all things Northfield.
An ice dam is a ridge of ice that forms at the edge of a roof and prevents melting snow from draining off the roof. The water that backs up behind the dam can leak into a home and cause damage to walls, ceilings, insulation, and other areas. This is Beth with Service Master by IAT. We can work with your insurance company to restore your property from damages caused by ice dams. Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master by IAT today, 877-945-0993.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
The Class 1A section champions, and they are on their way to St. Paul, Minnesota.
McBroom looks at a three, takes a three, and there's a three.
Fires it just a little, and it opens, and she scores on the rebound, and the Raiders have tied it up.
The pin here,
Rachel's
trade on. He's looking for it. 12 seconds.
At the 10, at the 5, touchdown, Northfield.
Tries to go to the backhand and scores. Andrew Winter on the penalty shot.
Got a B from Matt McDowell. Wow, that swing was awesome.
2, 3. No good. Raiders got it. Richardson. That's it. What a win here. Well, and we're back at the Rochester Rec Center, and your Northfield Raiders defeat Albert Lee 8-1. Outshot him 39-15, and it was up until the 13:32 mark. We had an even matchup. Everything was going. It was just 0-0 up until 13:32 in the second, and then just the waterfall came over the dam, and it just opened wide up at the 13:32 mark. It was Jake Gargier with a nice backhand to put him up 1-0, and then Caden Munson with another shot off of the face-off with a 15:29 to put his second, make it 2-0, and so it was exactly that. At the 24 mark, Cam Kaiser in the first, he was able to score as well, so he put him up 3-0. And then we came out in the third period, and we're just kind of anticipating what possibly we thought could happen. And man, oh man, I don't know. Ledger Stadheim in the first, like I said, first period and into the 13-minute period of the second was just a brick wall. But then at the 2:05 mark, Caden Munson put it in again at the 2:05 to make it 4-0, and it wasn't much longer. And at the 7:06, he put it in again, and it made it 5-0. Then at the 8:14 mark, it was Whiteman put it in 6-0, and then 9:03, Andrew Winter made it 7-0. And you thought they had given up, but at the 12:20 mark, it was Griffin Kennelly with a shot across the middle and put them up 8-1. It was an interesting afternoon indeed, but it was a victory that they needed to have. And boy, when Northfield when they got that first goal, man, they got hungry.
Oh yeah, that dam broke, and you could tell that the Albert Lee goalie, he got a little in his head about it, but it's all right. He still had a good game. That first period is absolutely something to be proud of. He did a great job. He held a very potent offense scoreless through the first half of the game. But Raiders, eventually they broke that dam, and they were not stopping. They came to play hockey today, and they played hockey.
Well, they'll take on the winner of this next game coming up, which is Dodge County and La Crescent. So we'll see who they'll play on Wednesday night, and I think it is Wednesday night that we'll be playing that one, and it'll probably be down here, would be my guess again. And, of course, we're down here at the Rochester Community Recreation Center. So we didn't need the lucky blankie.
No, we didn't need it. Maybe it's unlucky.
Yeah, so anyhow, let's keep the luck going as it is. So again, from your Heritage Bank scoreboard, your Northfield Raiders win this one, going away 8-1. We want to thank again our post-game cleanup brought to you by none other than Service Master by Hyatt. When disaster strikes, hey, demand the yellow van. Service Master by Hyatt. Thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors again today. NCC Builders, thank you. Valley Auto House for help sponsoring our coaches. And, of course, for Richie Eye Clinic for our starting lineups and national anthem. And we certainly do appreciate your support. Take care, boys and girls. We'll be back. Jimmy LaRue bidding adieu along with Joey Hudson, Lance Reister. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. We'll see you on Wednesday night. You're listening to Raider Hockey on KYMN 95.1 and AM 1080. Streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.